Okay. Hello, Roy. Hello. Hello, Bath. Good evening, Momo. What's up, nerd? Can we get a cat? No, cats are in timeout. Cats pooped on sofa again, so timeout for cats. We're doing an impromptu late stream. Want to record some more stuff for Old World Blues series. Want to get this all up and chuffed. Fingers crossed the game doesn't crash when we fucking load here. I hope it doesn't. They're innocent? No, they're not. They need to stay in timeout. What the fuck is eating all my RAM usage right now? It's a bunch of random shit. That's fine. Okay. New citizen care package. Let's get that going. Okay, we're not broke. We know at least 2 of them did. Last 2 weeks. Nice. How you been getting on with it, though? You been doing good? All right. Retog reformers are where? These guys. Yeah, we can send these guys out. Been achieve hunting, got lone wolf batch today. Nice. Nice. That's just dumb. Okay. Time to remember what I was working on here. Yeah, I need to do these as well. Could do this. Arming slaves is also not a bad idea. Yeah. There's a few options we can work on simultaneously, but there's still a few things we need to crack out. Yeah, we're trying to finish out Doctrine. Get all nice and juiced up, which is great. Because we defeated these guys, which is fine, but we need to kill Heaven's Gate and then fucking Genta de Soul, which is not going to be easy. So it'll at least require a war with the not the NCR, but the fucking dipshits. So let's get to the recording. What is up, YouTube? We're back. Another episode of Enclave Reborn Redux. So kind of a summary from the last couple episodes. We have been working on basically neutralizing most of Caesar's Legion's allies because the White Legs attack. They're gone. We need to deal with Heaven's Gate. We won't be able to piece out this war until we deal with Genta de Sol, but we're going to be able to even get to them for quite a while unless we can somehow swing them Freedom Fighters. And our poor little Mexican ally is fucking gone. It's over. So we'll have to make do with what we can and see what we can do. At the moment, at least for industry, we're doing well. We're producing plenty of guns, plenty of factories, shit like that. In the end, though, I think we'll be just fine. Our compliance is growing and our government grows. We're going to finish Doctrine and keep pushing forward. So let's see what we can do. Obviously, I'd like to get Area 51 if we can, because we've cut off Caesar's Legion's ability to fight them. So let's see what we can achieve in this run. Sup, Wolfie? Been a minute. How you doing, my man? We want the innocent camp to be freed from unjust timeout. Not happening. Not happening. Try to rebuild my country? Yeah. Yeah, I know the feeling. Right now, I'm trying to sit here and scale up. Doing good in you? Not too bad, not too bad. Life is what it is. I also fucked up. What did you do? I need to wipe out all these fucking forces. Get all this shit done and taken care of. Nothing much, just the usual. Oh, that's good to hear, though. I went peaceful but separate route. Peaceful but separate route, so I can't be the U.S. now? What? What are you talking about? Let's get all this finished up here. You're still defending ports. You're holding this defensive line here, which is fine. You're holding that defensive line. You're holding that defensive line. I just can't get the United States reborn. Oh, so what? You went down the enclave route? So you want the enclave reborn, not a nation reborn? Or like, ow. Oh, that's good to hear, though, Wolfie. It has been a minute since we've chatted. Long, long time. Yeah, then you went more purist leaning than anything else. I have, yeah, I mean, we haven't chatted for quite a while now, since the VR days, and Lord knows that's been, no, put these in robots. It's been a long while. Keep bumping up robot production. We're hurting on scrap, which means we're going to yoink it from the reclamation zone. Now let's get to work. Okay. So the game sit here, it implodes because I save right before an autosave, so that's always fun. Caesar's Legion declared on the sanitizers. I still don't know where they are. That's a fire on 4 immediately on it? Yeah. I'm just feeling it. I can't do Eidolon today. It's just, ugh. Not that kind of day for me. Most other stuff in order, just need to fix my manpower. Fair. What's the focus to fix the manpower issue? Well, first, get all hands to the bear for 25% and get Proud Patriots one and all. If you're hurting for like just more recruitable in general, you need to go down home defense. But your military post NCR sucks until you do yesterday's enemies. So you need to upgrade that. Okay, you guys need to go deal with this shit. Yeah, go deal with Heaven's Gate. The wife being the wife checks out. Got all these units to clean up all this crap here. Barney needs orders as well. I think I'm going to have him deal with this. Watch out for spies. Trolls wide away. Yeah, I got lucky at least in that regard, but elsewise, yeah, we got kind of screwed. 2 back-to-back losses of the first Battle of Hoover Dam really sucks. Wow, they're just going to let us cross, which is insane. No rest, no respite. Attack, attack, attack. I've still got even more free mills. Fuck me, okay. What am I going to need it on is a better question. Probably more air, if anything. Just, Cass is king in this game. Cass is fucking king. Factories are churning through what we need to, which is great. I need to pressure the Sorrows economically. And I need to fire all the grids. I'm building shit, but even still, yeah. No, I get the position you're in. I've been there before. It's not great. Okay, yeah, they're gonna clean up all that crap. These guys are all dealt with, so I want you guys on for, yeah, probably dealing with the Legion, to be brutally honest. Yeah, get all this up and running. But at the same time, I would like to eliminate the trolls. I have 100 days or so. This doesn't end the piece. This basically gives you a bad bad thing. You want to do this before, so you at least want to be at war with them before that that moniker there. So your timer is going to a crawl. Could do more monthly pop if I really needed to. I think doing the smelteries is probably my best bet, but at the same time, keep doing this as well. Making any of those big fuck off guns? No. I probably should. Yeah, get some 10. No, not 105 artillery. No, no, no. 8mm howitzers. Get a couple of you guys cracking those out. Even still, 700 days regardless. No, I get you. Sponsor a railroad probably wouldn't be a bad idea. Yeah, we're just gonna keep building our grids, getting our factories repaired. Yeah, Heaven's Gate can't win against us. We're gonna slaughter them. Give more units to Joshua Graham. Actually, you're gonna go here to Barney. Attack, attack, attack. Beautiful. Let's go ahead and get MacArthur Doctrine done. So we can get assault tanks going. You're going to be repositioned to this front line here. And your goal is just going to bolt down to the border. Hey, Lantos, how you doing, my man? Combined Arms is fantastic, and then we're going to be doing Champions of Virtue. Perfect. Still need to get Naval Command up, but at the same time, do I have anything I want to do? I do need to swap this out, so we're going to probably go for Richardson. No. Oh, shit. Probably Julie Farkas. I'll get Julie Farkas. Left on pensions. Yeah, I need to just scale up like immeasurably fast. Excited for BL4 to Borderlands 4, yeah. Fair. Yeah, Borderlands is looking good as a series. It could be better, don't get me wrong. Could absolutely be better. You're going to go there. I need to make another army for just more power armor units. We'll do Ulysses. Ulysses, I think... Honestly, might just curb stomp Arroyo and Klamath. Well, no, Klamath's a vassal. Arroyo, no. So... we're going to deal with these shitbags. Yeah, plenty more men coming out to help our armies grow. Put you under him. I need to make a new army organizer. Ooh, absolutely. Get the Native Americans going on that. Watch out for spies is great. Let's keep going. Oral Blues, found nothing. Yeah, about what I expect. Really hope it lasts till the end of October, just vibing. Okay. Now, I get what you mean. Did all of you enjoy playing through Fallout 3? Who played it? I've played through Fallout 3. I've beaten it before. I've also done like a near 100% run of it. It's not my favorite title. New Vegas by far. New Vegas by far. Okay, all of our factories are coming online, which is great. We're producing plenty of power armor, plenty of guns. MacArthur Doctrine is done, which is great. Yeah, and 3 cut a lot of corners. 3 cut a ridiculous amount of corners. I want to do Operation Damocles, I'm thinking. Is there anything else I want to do? I think Brotherhood of Soldiers would be better, getting our military up. That's a chore to get through. Yeah, exactly. It's not as great as it once was. So we're going to plan for an assault on Arroyo here with this. Regional leading Sparty, yep, and then I got another 20 stack of men coming out here. Well, nearly 20. Their refined warfare is really hurting a little bit, but that's okay. Low officers is still fine. It gives us enough political sway, so we're able to kind of eat away at the other political parties. If we can do like the Pentagon Reborn, that's really not too bad. Couldn't bear to finish Fallout 4. I don't mind Fallout 4 as much. Fallout 4 had a lot more flexibility because you weren't on a... Like, you could have a lot more fun with 4. You could have a lot more fun with 4 than you could in 3, is a good way to put it. I think that's a good way to put it. You can have a lot more fun in 3 than you could in 4. Or a lot more fun in 4 than you could in 3. New laser rifle tech. Let's keep working on that. Crush our efficiency. Yes, as much as I'd love to use these right now, no. We also do have assault tanks, which are disgustingly broken. But honestly, I might start manufacturing those. They're not going to be as high priority, but I will put them up there. Just lack soul. Yeah, no, that's true. That is true. So we'll kill Heaven's Gate here. Montana Brotherhood. What else can we do? The Fate of Montana Brotherhood. Or the Pax American Alliance. Let's do that. Creates our faction. Other than that, I think we're fine at the moment. That's all we really need to worry about. Would you dare to try Fallout London? Yes, that was one of the things I wanted to do, but we just never got around to it. Now that we're doing more variety, I absolutely don't see why not. I think it's a fantastic project with a lot of heart and soul behind it, so I am not opposed to the idea. Watch out for spies, a bunch of men. Let's get them a new commander that isn't fucking you because you're shit. I'll promote you. Put you in this. You are going to be in charge of this. Okay, not this whole fucking thing. You are just going to manage this. And we're going to get you to go up that way. 4 more power armors for Ulysses. Cries and Solo 76. So download the mod separately as a standalone, dude, backwards. Reverse the updates for Fallout 4 was a hassle. Yep. No, I agree. Wants to send... No. No, I don't want your fucking expeditions. Canada wants to join, sure. New Hammond wants to join, sure. Klamath wants to join, sure. I don't want your expeditionary forces. I want you fuckers to, like, actually work on your own armies, not do dumb shit. Let's do tomorrow's victors as well. Fucking what? Hello, hello, welcome in, my friend. Oh, fucking Gent of the Soul, you little shitbags. They're always just going to be a fucking issue, but we'll stomp them out real quick. I just need to fix this frontline problem, because some of these guys are just fucking dumb. I need you to just go this way. Come on. There you go. Hello, hello. Welcome in. Welcome in. At least maybe with Canada, he can do some... Well, he's moving troops around. I hope that they have their navy, which is pretty good. It's not. It's not good. I want them to navally invade these. If they can get a foothold, we can deal with it. Okay, they landed. I want to counter assault as soon as we can. Who has the tank division? No, hold on. Who had that tank division? Whose is that? Fucking Klamath, dude. I saw that fucker scurry around. Are we allowed to talk about in-game politics after all Hopeful is known for it? Sure, absolutely. Absolutely. Yeah, no, that's different. Okay, Roy. Okay, Roy. I will give you that once. Don't... You know the rules on that. Get these guys up. I gotta wait for that to clear before I can record again. How long will this take? 8th of January next year? Fuck.
Fuck you, Baltimore. If you're dumb enough to buy a new car this weekend, you're a big enough schmuck to come to Big Bill Hell's Cars. Bad deals. Cars that break down.
You can.
Thieves.
You can.
If you
in-game politics, absolutely. Just IRL politics,
you can kiss
no, not really.
My ass. It's our belief that you're such a stupid motherfucker. You'll fall for this bullshit. Guaranteed. If you find a better deal, shove it up your ugly ass. You heard us right. Shove it up your ugly ass. Bring your trade. Bring your...
That Griffey? Yep. Oh, he gave up.
Title. Bring
back.
Your wife. We'll fuck her. That's right. We'll fuck your wife because at Big Bill Hell's, you're fucked 6 ways from Sunday. Take a hike to Big Bill Hell's, the home of challenge pissing. That's right. Challenge pissing. How does it work? If you can piss 6 feet in the air straight up and not get wet, you get no down payment. Don't wait. Don't delay. Don't fuck with us or we'll rip your nuts off. Only at Big Bill Hell's, the only dealer that tells you to fuck off.
Okay, let me do this real quick. Close this out. TTS was rude. Yeah, because that's just the straight text-to speech. It's an in-house meme. You doing okay today? I'm fucking tired. I am tired. I had to fix my vacuum cleaner because it broke. Ugh, annoyed. But all the rendering's done, so... The fall of Heaven's Gate, the Holy Crusade against the United States has been proven to be too much for Heaven's Gate to handle. With their capital, the Steam, falling earlier today after a grisly campaign, the carcasses of both their faithful and their creations born of Steam littered the Promised Land, creating a trail that led all the way to the broken gates of the cathedral. Ransack City itself, what fighting in the city was intense as every able-bodied man, woman, and child was ordered by the clergy to give their lives for the Archangel's vision for the pure world. The United States forces have been involved in bitter urban fighting as they fought uphill to reach the cathedral at the top of the mountain. The city rested upon, with each city block being heavily contested by heavily entrenched infantry and civilian militia. For once in decades, the smoke coming from the city was not just a call for mass. And we took the gate, and God said it was good. Yep, we've completely crushed Heaven's Gate, so now we're going to work on seeing if we can position for either New Mariposa or other shit like that. But, yeah, dealing with little micro-naval invasions here or there because fucking AI wants to be dumb. But we can easily crack on and keep going. Posture check, I'm doing good, and I will hydrate. I'm drinking just some water today. In my beer stein. Oh yeah, just got back to continue to watch this absolute cinema game. True. All right. We were working on more tech in general. I want to get these bonuses because they're just really good, so I need to go down this stuff anyway. The fate of the Montana Brotherhood. Oh, I just annexed them? Ain't no way. Oh, they have juicy shit too.
Fuck you, Baltimore!
If you're dumb enough to buy a new car this weekend,
You're a big enough schmuck to come to Big Bill Hell's Cars.
bad deals,
Cars that break down.
thieves,
If you think you're gonna find a bargain at Big Bill,
you can kiss my ass.
it's our belief that you're such a stupid motherfucker.
You'll fall for this bullshit.
Guaranteed.
If you find a better deal,
Shove it up your ugly ass.
you heard us right.
Shove it up your ugly ass.
Bring your tray.
Bring your title.
Bring your wife.
We'll fuck her.
That's right, we'll fuck your wife.
Because at Big Bill Hell,
You're fucked 6 ways from Sunday.
take a hike
to Big Bill Hell.
home of challenge pissing.
That's right.
Challenge pissing.
How does it work?
If you can piss 6 feet in the air straight up and not get wet,
You get no down payment.
don't wait.
Don't delay.
Don't fuck with us or we'll rip your nuts off.
Only at Big Bill Hells.
The only dealer that tells you to fuck off.
Hurry up, asshole.
This event ends the minute after you write us a check.
And it better not bounce or you're a dead motherfucker.
Go to hell.
Big Bill Hells cars.
Baltimore's filthiest.
And exclusive on one of the meanest sons of bitches in the state of Maryland.
Guaranteed.
Got out of your system? Good. Hello, K3. Hello. Yes, I'm streaming on a Saturday. All right, let me record this segment then. The fate of the Montana Brotherhood, the wildcard chapter of the Brotherhood or Sisterhood. Despite civilizing most of Montana, internal strife and conflict with Enclave forces in MacArthur led them to continue to be controversial, if not intriguing, chapter of the Brotherhood. What was to be another Brotherhood stalwart chapter, it was ruled by a veteran of the Midwestern Wars, yet the chapter would grow to become something of an anomaly in the Northern Commonwealth, the Sisters of Steel. Pink and blue, I see what the devs did. And we just annexed them completely. We just annexed them completely. So we have a lot of territory now. Where's my police forces button? Construct grids button. Yikes. We need to deal with this fast. I'd like to think we can at least hold the territories. How's my stockpile? I might go up on conscription law. Or not conscription law. Oh, dude. Yeah, and I'm not hurting on manpower. Yeah, we're going up because I want to get all of this shit up as soon as possible. We're going to go extensive patrols, triple down. Because we need to get all this under our control. ASAP. California's mostly done, but isn't this the communist simulator game? Not in this one. We're anti-communist. Goddamn Red China nuked the world to hell, so we're rebuilding it back. So with that in mind, we're going to keep pushing our production. At this point, we're really just hurting on power armor. Putting another 50 into here would be good. Bump these up a little bit. Yeah, really spend our people. So we'll have to see what we can do here. But the fact that they're dead leads us to some interesting opportunities in the sense that we can... we can further restore a few bases, which love to do. And we should be able to send some emissaries. Yes, we can do Timberline. We can puppet the Reformers. We can do the Ruminators. And we can do an expedition to Two Peoples. Two Peoples is fighting this weird war. Ruminators is okay. The free cons are literally what they are. They are the actual cons. So with that being said, though, I think with these free armies, I think it's time to take Area 51. I think it's totally time that we take Area 51. Reclaim our nation's chief industry. That being secrets and mystery. So let's get to it, because we can basically do... what is it? Secrets of Area 51. Yep, we'll take this real quick, so in 10 days we'll have that up and running. AFFN News, the Judgment of Steam, Catherine Parker reporting from Idaho. United States troops continue to fight bravely against the cultists of Heaven's Gate. The fanatics are reported to fight to the death, with some even launching suicide attacks on U.S. troops. St. Michael released a speech on the radio praising those martyred in the war and declared anybody who dies fighting the United States shall be freely admitted into heaven. United States intelligence is expecting a surge in suicide attacks following the speech, possibly includes attacks on civilian targets. Security forces and law enforcement are to be on high alert. Listeners are advised to not loiter around military installations. Send those fanatics back to hell. Oh, God. Same shit, different day. All right, let's keep pushing this out and working on our industry, keep bumping up our manpower numbers, and just keep chewing through it. They really don't have much, at least from Arroyo's side of things. They're heavily armored in the sense of their infantry corps, but ours is stronger. If I really wanted to, I could bump it up. I like 18 width as it sits. Ooh. Do I want to give them... Could give them some vertibird assault teams. We're not manufacturing enough just yet. AA is not a bad idea. CNC also isn't a bad idea. It's a pretty cheap stat bump for doing nothing. So anti-air is just whatever. Honestly, it's tough to call. What's going to be really good here? What's my recon at? 2. This would bump it up to 6. I think in the long run, I think a CNC detachment would help me, at least with suppression and a few other things. We lose some piercing, we get some weight, some cell usage. I'd rather not sell if I can avoid it. Mechanized artillery battery support's pretty fucking good. What would it cost to manufacture mech artillery? Self-prepared howitzers are not too expensive, to be fair. We could. Let's get some production of these guys rolling. Let's try these out. Once we get a nice stockpile of it, but I still think the real payoff is going to be getting our air up and running. So for the moment, this will be fine. But yeah, let's just keep working on that. Disable all this because I don't really care at the moment. But we are all caught up on here. Still got to do a few things, but we're able to pressure more and more allies, which is great. We could invite them, destroying the continent as a whole, but they're still our puppets, so it's fine. So I think we're good. We're just going to have to deal with Arroyo, get Area 51. This war will not end due to the fact that we have to invade Genta de Sol, which is annoying. Because if we look, it's Genta de Sol is the last major. So if somebody could do a naval invasion, that'd be great. I don't think I can, because my troops suck ass on naval invasions. We could try it. I do have a fairly superior navy. I just don't know the success of it. We could try it. I mean, a naval base is pretty good. Yeah, maybe doing this and try to liberate, and then we just vassalize them. But we'll see. Heavenly Werewolf. What up, gay boy? Here, you know what? I'll allow that. I think that's funny. What's up? All right, let's keep pushing forward on this. Make resistance contacts is actually a pretty good idea. I'll get to use guys who are doing root out resistance on that right now. So commence that one ready. Just keep pushing out our troops. Yeah, because they come out trained and they're not green, which is better than nothing. They really think they're under-defended here from this, apparently. Large river crossing. It's fine. Barbaros, they're... Oh, fuck, they're still alive. I gotta deal with these fucking dipshits. Hold on. Before we're doing fucking Area 51... Okay, hold on. Barney, dude, I gotta borrow you. You gotta come here. Barney, I need you to wipe out the fucking remnants of these little shitbags because they're still alive and they're annoying me. Thank you, Barney. Together for victory, regardless of whether or not they joined us or not. The industrial might of the NCR and the steel discipline of the Brotherhood has marshaled behind us. Coupled with the massive numbers of California and Nevada, we now can assemble the largest army on the continent. We are not the NCR. We are not the Brotherhood. We are not even the Enclave of Old. We are the United States. This is our country. We're going to take it back. For Americans off walks of life, look across the Colorado at the bands of raiders, would-be Romans, techno-knights, and occasional hostile tribe that threaten our great nation. At their backs is the Stars and Stripes fighting proudly over the land once again. We all know what their foe cowers in hovels and shacks, and thousands of Americans yearn for freedom. Ooh, 5% division attack and recruitable pop. How are we looking on time with the Legion? How much time do I have left before I gotta deck them? I know it's coming close. 500 days, we'll call it that. Let's see. Santiago's Sunjour. Let's get that going and just keep pushing forward. But yeah, glad you're excited for Borderlands 4. I just hope it doesn't end up being a disappointment. There's a lot of hope in that. That they're going to do good. Okay, so we got the Annexation War Goal against them on that. Get you going. This army, are you pretty confident you can win? You're pretty confident you can win, so I'm gonna give you the benefit of the doubt here. Hello, Sun Mingo. How are you doing, my friend? Welcome on in. Yeah, if we can retake Area 51, get some of those going. Docking rights for Caesar's Legion? Fuck off. Oh, boy. No Arizona killers in America. In a shocking turn of events, the Western White House in Reno was the site of a running gun battle between the Secret Service, the United States military, and several would-be assassins determined to be actors of Caesar's feared fermentari. The botched event happened when a custodial staff body was discovered in a closet, and security was promptly alerted to the event. In a last-ditch attempt at killing the leader of the free world, the assassins assaulted the Oval Office before being gunned down by none other than the president, sporting power armor, wielding a Gatling gun. Images depicting the president leading troops in the battle once again has been sent shockwaves across the nation and reinvigorated many patriots to the American cause. I am Uncle Sam. Fuck off my lawn. Get the fuck off my lawn. I think all log seam trees for rebuilding. I do need to do that, yeah. Because I believe it has ones we've at least, yeah, because we gotta do like the rebuilds of these. So I need to do that for sure. The Great White North honestly wouldn't be a bad idea too to get the Commonwealth projects going. But at the same time, there's still a lot we want to do. Operation Domino's already been dealt with. These guys are already fucking cooked. Can I bypass this? No. Or Boris wants docking rights. No. You're technically a raider state. You're like a schizoid raider state. Did you do the EPA? I have not. That's actually a valid take. I have not done the EPA. Where is the EPA? There they are. Find the EPA. Have Director Colas active. I need to get the Director of the EPA in power. Where is he? EPA Director. There you go. So we'll do that. We'll get the EPA, get the GEC project going, do these. We still got plenty of time before we got to fight Caesars. So that's the nicety here. We have plenty of time before we got to go beat the piss out of the Legion. So can we finish this up? Just wrap this all up, because you fuckers are just being a fucking nuisance at this point. Being a real goddamn nuisance. You want to join Wars Against the Skyreapers? No. I am not merging that fucking conflict. I want to keep this as a small conflict so I can actually like do shit with it. Barney is set to be aggressive. Which faction / nation would be the biggest hurdle or threat? There's 2 right now. There's 2. There used to be 3. But we managed to kind of fuck over the White Legs. But it's Caesar's Legion, who has eaten a lot of territory. New Mariposa, for sure, because this is the new Masters army, quote unquote. They're really, really strong. They might not have the numbers that Caesar puts out, which is scary compared to what we can field at the moment. But as it sits, we got lucky. Mexico beat the piss out of Santa Ana. The Texas is formed and doing its TAA went free. They did go free. Oh, look at that. So we're having lucky decisions. Do you have bases and rebuild decisions? Yeah, I already have a few. We've built quite a few of them. We'll do Umbra. If we can flip them, that'd be great. But yeah, we've done quite a few bases already. I need to deal with this fucking shit. I hate the fact that these just do not die. I will, better yet, I'm going to pull you off of this, dealing with the Troll Warren. Yeah, I know I'm losing some planning. I need these fucking guys dealt with. I need these guys fucking dealt with. Just please go deal with it. So we're dealing with Area 51. Nope, nobody can join my war. Nobody can send me expeditionary forces. Nobody gets docking rights. Please fuck off. Resistance contacts is going, which is great. Probably want to start doing some shenanigans there. How long for your current playthrough? Imagine this in multiplayer. It's actually playable, and I have done it. It's been a fun game.
You win a Pulitzer Prize with a scoop, and I'll dedicate it to Rick.
Robin the Panda, welcome to the vault. Welcome in, my friend. Lots of pandas. I've done the multiplayer. It's good. It's good.
Excuse me, Gordon. Rescued at last. Freeman, you fool!
Hey, welcome on in, Sun Mango. Thank you for the follow. Tough to say, though. I probably want to say 5 or 6 hours. I'm trying to cut down a lot of the downtime on my YouTube videos for it. Just trying to do better. Because I'm still new to the whole like YouTube editing thing. Hey, Heavenly Werewolf, thank you for the follow, my friend. Welcome into the vault. Enjoy your time. Okay. Okay, you little shits. That I wanted some of that territory. We're gonna have to do some fucking peace deal shenanigans with these guys anyway. Pressure loan tree economically. Yep. We start not hurting on money. We got 2.2 mil. So the more that we can kind of like Capitalist Microhaven of Dundurn is a new spawn, I don't recall. Okay. Fucking communists. Destiny's dead, so that's not a concern. Can't invest nodes. Yeah, but I'm not really hurting on money or any of that. Like, we're making $1 million in every 90 days. Like, the economy system is still basically broken. The cap system doesn't work right. In my mind, I still think it needs a rework. Lone Tree joined the Daughters of Tech, which is Ouroboros and Deanna. Well, fuck you. It doesn't matter. You don't get a choice. Missile launchers is done. Great. I think that's the end of that tree. Perfect. Let's keep pushing logistics. Santiago Saint-Jure will be done here soon. How am I looking? Oh, wait, I have new tech. Oh, right, new missile launchers. Duh. Let's get those going. Yeah, hurting on some resources, but we can export or import quite a few, so. Hey, fucker. Hey, Destroyer. How you doing? Thank you for the support, my man. How are you doing? Yeah. There's been some sorrow guaranteed, which is great. Can I ask you a question about streaming in your Discord? Yeah, go for it.
Sir, get down! Sir, get down! Sir, get down! Hey! Hey! Hey!
Hey, Nova. Thank you for the follow, my friend. Welcome on in. Welcome on in. Welcome to the vault. Oh, God. You're going to ask AI dumb questions. No, it's what it's there for, I suppose. Okay. This shit needs to end. I'm tired of these little fucks running around. For the love of God, just contain them and kill them.
Nova E115 Gaming asked me, OEO, are we starting a remix of dial-up internet sounds or what? What's going on here, Nova?
Did you get the War Goal in Lost Hills? I forget. I didn't War Goal with Lost Hills. I got them as an ally, so I could get their advisors. I'm new here. Do you make... Fuck off, Squanchy. You're not new here. Fuck off. Our lost brethren. For some time, the refugees from Heaven's Gate and traders from further northeast spoke of a force describing themselves as the U.S. Army. They seem to be holding parts of Montana near Missoula, directing resource-gathering efforts and providing security and safety to the local populace, along with soft martial law, censorship, and the occasional prejudice act against ghouls, super mutants, and the occasional deformed human. In short, it sounds like a splinter faction of the Enclave. It's not reported that they are led by a well-to-do commanding general, not a megalomaniac moron. So fortunately, not Richardson's son. Send the search team. MacArthur's last stand. Our return to MacArthur was not a warm one. We knew what we'd find. We'd find some remnant of battle, but nothing like this. Bodies remained frozen where they fell, some Enclave, others Raiders, even some Brotherhood of Forces. The base itself was destroyed as Enclave defenders desperately tried to deny their enemy any advantage with taking the base. Others were seen holding a desperate last stand by the timers that fled, or by the survivors that fled to Nevada. Just enough time to evacuate. Searching the bunkers and lower levels, we found even more bodies, signs of heavy fighting, and not a survivor in sight. Santiago herself broke down in tears when she saw the bodies of her men and women strewn about. Combat casualty forces are collecting the bodies for examination and record keeping. There's one silver lining. We managed to find schematics for Hermes Special Forces armor, which Colonel Callahan managed to find hidden in a body with the body of his cousin. Oh, shit. Well, we got Hermes armor, which we're not doing much special forces at the moment, but that's fine. 17! All right. Let's get all of these fuckers in here. I can get 3. Let's cut this down a little bit. And you... Yeah, Royal's about to get punked like a bitch. You're going to need it because all your forces died. So, we're doing good. We're doing good. We definitely need to get the EPA up. Really, really good. So let's get that going. And we're nearly done with Area 51. And we're wiping out the last of the fucking remnants of the damn white legs that refuse to die. Annoying shits. The Montana Enclave, MacArthur Air Force Base in the pre-war era, served alongside Mountain Home as the fighter net meant to shield the United States from Chinese airstrikes against the lower 48, with a secondary mission of operating against communist Canadian territories that resisted American liberation. Of course, it's just a story post-war was just as important, with Colonel, now General Santiago, restoring the base to working order and ensuring the continuation of the American dream in the Northern Commonwealth, providing assistance to Chicago. No, we're not going to give Chicago any help. Now, back in America's Ready Arms, the base is ready to return to operations against those who would threaten America. Damn fine job. Oh. Use it as a reference for the future. Thanks in advance. Oh, okay. Let me take a look here. I get your quote. Okay. Let me write like a proper response for you, and I'll be happy to post that reply for you. That's no big deal. SARS rejoined society. Yep, let's get them going. Need these fuckers dealt with. Oh shit, they're not meant for you. No, you guys are his forces. You're all wiping these guys out. You guys are need to be deleted. But you guys there. You guys there. Who'd you make your VP? Haynes. Just makes the most sense. As much as I love Dornan, I'd like him to enjoy his retirement. God, even more power armor units? Oh, it's fucking Christmas. Alright, I need more men. You will do fine. Get you involved. For you, check Discord. I sent you something. What the fuck are you all doing? Why the hell are you all watching some fucking live stream of my dog-ass gameplay? God damn it. But hello, everybody who is watching this live stream in VR chat of all fucking things. Hello. Jesus. More men. Somebody say men? Yes, we need men. Burly men. Strong men. I need men. Anyway. Is that enough men for y'all? Is that enough men? You guys good now? I think for you, I'm going to try to make you do a naval invasion here. We'll have you go from Santa Rosa and try to take here. I might not be able to achieve it, but I will try. I need nothing but soldiers. Nuke Flagstaff? That's the plan! Fuck the Legion. We're absolutely nuking Flagstaff. I need to make the silos, but we will nuke Flagstaff. For you guys, I need you to take over this. I want you on Naval Invasion Support. I am a woman. There's still a man in your title. Get on the beat. And I'm sleep already. So we'll set the 1% and keep beating abominations. Have a good stream. Have a good stream, Techie. Get some good sleep, my man. Also, how to get rid of Caesar. You gotta fuck the Enclave. The Deathclaws just ate our team. So you got a couple of options. You can do an in-house revolt, because in Redux he basically doesn't die of cancer, or you can assassinate him, which is what I'm planning on doing. Yes, we're going to assassinate Caesar doing the top down. The other ones where you have the slaves rise up, I don't like doing this. It's meh. Top down, however, leads to the fun option. We're trying to host an event, but no one showed up. We decided to throw your stream up. Oh, well, I appreciate it. Hopefully I can be interesting at some point. I haven't been on VR chat in like fuck a year. Like 2 years probably. How to get rid of Caesar? You gotta fuck the Enclave. True though. Do I want to do any of these at the moment? Not really. The Flying Deathclaws? Not really, no. I don't want to do that either. Alliance for the Beast, I don't want to change. All Patriots. Rally around the flag's not bad for more men, but I'm not hurting on manpower. I want to go war economy. My war support's fucking 0. So, That sucks. I need weekly stability. That's what I need. Yeah, I just need more weekly stability because I fucked up. Let's get Lockreed going. All right, have you guys contained these fucking idiots? Okay, Barney, do your job. Desecration of Fort Harris, not interesting because we've done that event already. Okay, Barney, listen, bud, I love you. You're fucking taking too long. Just kill him, please. Need more men. More men. More burly men. Virtual reality training. Love to see it. More men have been summoned. You are able to do your naval invasion, which is great. You are preparing, so that is good, actually. That is really, really good. I need to prepare an army for that, though. Whenever we finish up with these guys, we will. You're done. You have nothing to do. Great. Curb Stomp Area 51. Need more Slavs? True, though. True, though. We could mop up the wasteland with Slavic peoples. Alright, get this all done up. Crush the last of this resistance. The new EPA! Beautiful. The longest time, Colas, I assume that's how you say his fucking name, and the EPA have been shoved to the side as tree huggers for more military-focused operations, which, to be fair, we did do that. Or Deathclaws? No, we don't need enough Deathclaws. I've lost 9 teams to Deathclaws so far in this campaign. I don't need to keep losing men. Did not help that Colas' former rank before becoming director was a lieutenant in the army, and that was behind him. Since the return to California, the Enclave has inherited the environmental problems in California as well. Poor soil, irradiated water, mutant invasive species, all of which the EPA was designed to combat and prevent. Thus, Colas put forward his proposal, granted accepted it, if only because it seemed to be the only one who knew exactly what to do in the moment. Yeah. In fact, a few officers in the room were perplexed that Colas even got his approval. Regardless, Colas set forth to restore the EPA to its pre-war potential. The first place he set his sights on were the old EPA offices in Northern California. Yes, we're going to be helping him. We're going to be helping him. Manifesting Cazadors. Oh, just you wait and see, because we don't have access to it. We will be cracking open the big empty and we will find out. We will fuck around and find out. For sure. Where is Colas's little thing? It might not have popped up just yet. Oh, here it is. So, doing the excavations. We can do most of this. I just need to get 50 power armor suits, which will probably take a while. So, not a priority right now. Do not worry, my friend. We will get it done. Summoning the old ones. I would rather not summon eldritch deities into my fucking game. Thank you. But we are annexing, or not annexing, but we are puppeting all these guys, which is great. Royo and Umbra are probably next. If we can flip Umbra, that'll make it easy, but Royo will die. We need to have a trial for the chosen one. Sorry, boyo. You did some major fucky-wucky crimes, so you gotta be dealt with. Next on the docket, though, for focuses, could do the Gek project if I really wanted to do it. Not a priority, honestly. Manufacturing's not bad, for sure, getting all this tech and all this going, but we don't up to Seattle. It's really kind of tough. Base stability at 15 days. It's not bad. Nuclear defense for sure, though. Yeah, because this takes time. This takes time to do. This is more or less can be neglected for the time being. If we can get like cheaper robots, that wouldn't be bad. But no, I don't think I'm too worried about it. Clean the skies. Fuel efficiency. Yeah, we don't have any of TLX programs. Mexican engineering's not bad. We don't on Cheyenne Mountain, and we don't have NORAD, so we can't do any of it. I will say I will revive the Air Force just to get the bonuses from it, but it's not going to be a priority for us. Now that your men are here, crush the pockets, eliminate the stragglers of Area 51. So wipe these raiders off the map. Let's go ahead and build more power grids. Hello, Mateen. Hello, hello. Fuck it. We'll do that. Happens Gate's dead. Why do we still get alerts for that? That's fine. But it looks like you're ready to do your naval invasion. Where the fuck is Barney? Barney's done. Barney, congratulations. You're going to help us invade into the Soul. Get your ass down here. We're going down to Tabali, Mexico. Raiding parties are fine. More power armor units. I'm not going to sign this just yet because it'll reset the progress. I think 3 alone should be enough to punch in. If not, I can always do it again. But our Navy has... Are they actually landing that right now? What the fuck are you guys doing? They're running troops like all over the fucking place. Okay, Sky Reavers are dead. Great. Gimme. Caesar's elite. Fuck off. Okay, fuck off, dude. You did nothing. You can have that. No, hold on. What can I... No, hold on. I want just Area 51 in this. Yeah, fuck you. You're not getting shit. Nope, fuck you. Yeah, fuck you. Mine. Northern Passage. I already have Northern Passage. I do not have Northern Passage. It's mine now. Give it to me. Yeah, fuck you. I'm taking my shit. Legion took to Jacobstown. Poor Marcus. Yeah, the NCR lost the first Battle of Hoover Dam, so the entirety of the Mojave fell to the Legion. So we're in a really fucked timeline as it sits. Go ahead and install police forces and get some more construction going. We've got new Hermes armor, which I'm not particularly worried about. All the power grids are going online, which is great. Love to see that because that allows us to core a lot of our states. All this is going to be rough for a while. I'm not too worried about it. This is going to be really, really rough. But most of California is basically ready to be cored. Like, in all honesty, yeah. It's 100% ready to be cored. A lot of this shit is. So we just need to get them built and then activated, and we can do wonderful things. So luckily we're in a good spot for that. I'm still just kind of ticking down the list on how long I have. 400 days for that. We can puppet the Timberlane, which is great. So we'll have like an opening up here. And we're kind of pushing everybody to join us, which is fantastic. They refunded in 0 days. They didn't do it. Oh, I didn't select a fucking zone. The Twin Mothers. Yeah, go ahead and do that. So, Champions of Virtue. So that is our doctrines completed, which is great. Now, what do we want to use this slot for? Arguably vehicles at this point. Because we are going to start producing tanks. So let's get vehicle tech going. But it's fine at the moment. So, and then we'll get the Air Force here in just a few days. Is that okay? Perfect. Reviving the Air Force, and our troops are coming down that way. Beautiful. Reclaim the skies for sure. Looks like the troops are making their way down. Once the bulk of them are here, we'll set them up for it. Yep. I still don't know what the fuck they're doing with all these troops going somewhere else. Oh my Jesus Christ. That's what they're doing. Oh, I didn't even realize that. Whoops. All right. Not my focus, but you know, I can respect the grind. All right, we have 3 power armor units invading by sea to take this one tile. See if we can. If we can, that'd be great. The reconstitution of the NCR Air Force. The NCR Air Force, more commonly known as the Bear Force, gave our pilots hell during the war, though it was for naught, as nothing remains of the Bear Force aside assorted scrap fighters and bombers all over California. What remains, however, are the pilots, of whom many were captured and taken to prison camps deep in Nevada to wait out the war. However, our operations are expanding. We need qualified pilots to fly our planes. Absolutely. Okay. This can actually be really good, so I will pay for this. So, as long as we can reclaim the skies, I think that'll be it for now. And then we need to... I've got so much I need to work on, to be brutally honest. I think doing the top-down might help. Getting this, biding our time. Yeah, there's still a few I need to just crack out. Doing these as well for lessons. The Great White North I also need to do so we can tap into like Yellowstone and shit. Economic Resurgence. Lockheed Aerodynamics. Great news, great news. Northern wind blows, great. So, hello, America, this is your president speaking. Do you remember airplanes or jet planes? Many of you remember the sight of vertibirds flying across the skies when the Enclave first returned to the American shores. I'm sure very few do, but I'm sure even fewer know that what America was the birthplace of flight. That's right here in America, the Wright brothers took their Wright Flyer for the first time, succeeded in heavier-than-air flight. Of course, with the Great War, it was thought those days were long gone, but what if I told you that the United States government has sponsored a school in Dayglow at the old Lockheed Aerodynamics Advanced Deployment Center known as Skunk Works? Lockheed's accepting anyone with a knowledge of mechanical and technical know-how to train the next generation of American flight engineers for free food and housing are available on-site. Family accommodations can be arranged. Soon America will return to the skies. Perfect. We got Lockheed schematics, which is pretty good. They're actually like a really, really good pre-war manufacturing. But stuff like Boulder Field, Bloom Space Center, really, really good shit. Not a focus of it at the moment, though. But we are happy to have them back. Is there any other factions we need to deal with? No. I think we're okay at the moment. We're still doing Maelstrom Air Force Base, but I think we're fine regardless. Yeah, we're doing okay. So, can we land this naval invasion? It looks like we are going to land this naval invasion, which means Barney needs to get his shit in gear. Great. Great, great, great. I know you only have a few troops in your division. I need you to go, 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 go. Barney, congratulations. Your vacation's over. Get your fat ass to Mexico. We are leaving. Killing Genta de Sol, which, in theory, if this war has not changed, they should be the last major of multiple of our wars. We'll be able to kind of play grab ass with a lot of countries, so... They need to grow, grow, grow. Because Genta de Sol wasted a lot of manpower during early naval invasions and got punished for it severely. As much as I'd love to help our Native American friends or tribal friends down here, it's just not going to happen. I need to hard focus down Genta de Sol at the moment. They're the biggest threat. If we can puppet them, great. Reclaim the skies. During the Great War, the United States Air Force was left unchallenged as the master of air, shooting down dozens of Chinese bombers as they tried to attack the mainland from bases in Alaska, as well as dominating the skies over China. It was only when Chinese stealth technology was placed aboard their planes was the Air Force left scrambling for an answer. Today, however, there are no Chinese stealth fighters, just a series of powered gliders, the occasional or prop monoplane. Even the developments in the Legion Seattle don't frighten the pilots of the Air Force as they take to the skies once more, ready to defend liberty. Absolutely. Perfect. Okay, we are done with this. I think our next bet is to do the Great White North to start restarting Montana's companies and shit like that. Let's get that going. Now that naval invasion's done, here's 3 more power armor units. Go kick somebody in the mouth. Go do your job. We're going to do more Enclave auxiliaries for coastal defense because I don't want to deal with naval invasions. Yeah, Genta de Sol's fucked here. They just don't have the men anymore. Yeah, they have nothing. It's fucking over for them. So, as aggressive as we are, they have not a fucking chance in hell. We've got a few things we can work on, but that's not really a focus at the moment. We do get the Great White North up and running, but yeah, we're going to quickly conquer Genta de Sol, and that will be that. All right, Bear Force, beautiful. The Davy Crockett missile system. That is a micronuclear warhead, but I want the atomic cannon. Why? Because I can. Black Dragon. Yes, I shall hydrate. Okay, I probably should have, slowed my fucking roll here. On some of this. Hold on, I don't need that many robots. Yeah, let's slow a roll on some of this. Get 80 on that. The rest are all damaged. Drop this down a little bit more as well. Yeah, start getting some more and more shit. We need to get planes. There's a new pick. Oh my god, the birds. Watching my boring-ass gameplay and me bitch and moan about the Legion for several hours. Hey, if that's what you guys want to watch, power to you. All right. Autosaves, thank you. All right, let's wipe out the last of the Mexican cartels. I think Two Sons, arguably the last of them. We need to deal with this fucking troglodyte here. One of the Mexican AIs. He's starting to get really, really dangerous. Not too dangerous, but is a concern. Ave, true to Casear. Mods. Mods, crucify that man. Crucify that man. Oh, yeah. A lot of volunteers here that actually can't do anything because they're not... What the fuck are what... I'm trying to figure out what model of tank that is. I think it's like a Panzer II. I think that's a Panzer II. Yeah, I don't have the mod that does the all the models, so they replaces it with some of the base game shit from time to time. All right, Magenta the Soul dead here momentarily. Oh, no! The Republic of the Rio Grande declared war on Caesar's Legion. Fuck. Okay. Do you think you're ready? My brother in Christ, I don't think you're ready. I think you're going to get fucking rolled, dude. All right. Way up in the Great Northern Commonwealth. What drives people to the Great North? The adventure, the sights, the untapped riches that lie beneath its mountains? Maybe it's the sights of Yellowstone National Park. Whatever the reason, the president traveled to the Great Falls of Montana to announce the reformation of Great Northern Commonwealth. Citing resources of the Great Northern Commonwealth, the administration in the Great Falls has announced a program to sponsor any and all individuals and their families for work projects as well as security work for said postings. Even with the threats of weather raiders and errant tribals that once controlled the pre-war city, the needs of the nation have been identified as paramount. Of course, there's also the news of caravans route opening up as far north, especially with the prospect of river trade routes to Missouri River and beyond. Many caravans are introducing higher wages after being met with lukewarm response, ironically not because of danger, but because of the weather of the Montana and Dakotas. Yeah, it's very fucking cold. Especially in a nuclear winter, it's really fucking cold. We can restore Helena, which I'm happy to get that process going. We want to do couriers to Umbra, yes. And we're going to pressure the two peoples as well. I think that's all we need to worry about at the moment. Mexico, the Republic of Rio Grande, has decided to fight Caesar, which, good luck. I'm not ready. You're going to get fucking pumped because he has 400 units. Yeah, they're getting hard pushed. I could save them. Maybe. I don't know if I feel like it. That's, to be brutally honest, I don't know if I feel like it right now. It's not like we're hurting on men. That's the kicker. We're really not hurting on men, of all things. Yes, they're at like probably 425. Yeah, we're at 275 right now, but we can continue to shit out more units than they can put out. So as it sits, I think we're going to be okay. Oh yeah, our deployments of power armor are going to start to resume. We're working on a few things. Our factories are just significantly damaged, so we kind of got to make do. As you rebuild, you get strong. Oh, for sure. Oh, for sure. Yeah, and we're rebuilt pretty nicely at the moment. The big thing is making sure that we're able to core everything. Which reminds me, I need to do medtech for sure for the vision attrition, and then we're going to power all the grids that are ready. So get more of California out of rather being a compliance zone, actually being a core. So picking up more and more of that, which is fantastic. To eat them. Yeah, I'd rather not, though. I like to have the Brotherhood here purely because they still maintain their bonuses for all of their work while still going down their tree. So at the end of the day, they're going to be very, very strong from a military standpoint because they still maintain shit like this. And they have their mechanics where they will actually develop themselves. So it's best to keep them around for their bonuses. Eventually, I will eat them. But the American Brotherhood is fine for the time being. We are staying high in our support. And the thing is, our industry could be even higher, but we just don't have the war support for war economy. That's the problem. Rio, would you like me to send you like an attaché or something? You probably won't accept, but I can send you one, bud. Yeah, we're wiping up the last hell over Helena. Helena, Montana, a city once proud and prosperous, was reduced to the shadow of its former self after the Great War. Despite the devastation Helena managed to endure, becoming a minor economic power. Along the post-war caravan routes, the city served as a crucial waypoint for traders and travelers moving through the greater Helena Valley. However, Helena's fragile existence was constantly threatened by the Stormongers, a brutal raider tribe known for their sadistic practice of capturing people and tying them to kites. Fun fact, if you don't know what this is a reference to Wasteland 3, which is a great game. If you don't know, it is a Wasteland 3 reference. Fantastic game. The MacArthur Detachment and the Brotherhood of Steel did battle with these raiders until our operation in the area was brought to an end to their gruesome ways. Hopefully, now the practice of kiting will be a thing of the past. Already, local militias and even caravans in the region are sending out patrols to search for the last of the Stormmongers to bring an end to their reign of terror in the region. Meanwhile, we've turned our attention to rebuilding Helena, officially restated as the capital of Montana. The city's infrastructure was restored, trade routes secured, the iconic Montana state capital slowly being rebuilt and a symbol of a return to stability in the region. Thanks to the MacArthur Detachment zone operations, we've managed to establish a stronger than normal presence in the region, ensuring the safety of the local population, fostering economic growth. So, return everything that. Lincoln will be renamed to Lincoln. Okay. So, we're doing good on that regard. Next, I think on the chopping block, I think it's time that we shoot Caesar. I'll be brutally honest. I think it's time to shoot Caesar. He's starting to get a bit dangerous. I know that not all of our borders are protected, but I can quickly fix that. Yippee. Get this going. Just put these out as far as we can go. It'll be fun having to deal with all of this shit post-war. This is going to be our biggest kind of fronts here. And then I'm going to release vassals to deal with this crap because I don't want to deal with it. So when Gent of the Soul falls, we'll be able to deal with that. Scrap bicycles, beautiful. Let's get motorization going. Logistics is done, great. Arguably, I think dogs is a good way to go. I 100% think dogs is a good way to go at this point. Doctrine for land, though, I definitely want to get crack shots up for the heart attack. Let's start working towards our special forces. As much as I could do stuff like this for like division cap and all that, we are not hurting on that. So we're doing okay. All right, we are taking Gentile City. Hopefully. Gent of the Soul's downfall. Why you no collapse? Oh, shit. Okay. So, is this just me? It's just me. Great. Gent of the Soul. How do I want to deal with this? I don't really want to deal with a lot of this land. So, how do I want to deal with this? I could do that. Rather... Well, at least Gent of the Soul, we will puppet, for sure. Give me your fucking navy. You've lost naval rights. Mine now. All your navies are mine. Who else do we want to puppet here? There's a lot of options to puppet, to be brutally honest. I don't think I want to worry about it. I'd rather do, like, Heaven's Gate stuff. So, stuff up here. High Chapel has cores up here. I could release High Chapel and Heaven's Gate. And do that. The Arizona Rangers. Oh my god, hold on. I can actually free the Arizona Rangers. Hold on. What do they need? They just need Ultimo. That better not have just deleted all of it. I think it just did. Whoops. All right. I want the Arizona Rangers free. So, where did they go? Where did they go? Arizona Rangers. Boom. And then we're going to puppet the rest of Gent of the Soul. We're going to take their ships again. And then I'm going to submit demands. So that now we're actually doing this. And then I will do Puppet High Chapel and then Puppet Heaven's Gates to deal with this crap, because we already have to deal with eating all of MacArthur's territory. The rest of this, I think I'm going to keep myself. Minus this, which is held by the dead horses. I think I might release the dead horses to... Yeah, because that'll cover that. And as long as I don't call them into the war, we'll be okay. Because I don't want to deal with more like multi-front shit, so I think that'll be fine. So we'll do that. And then I think the rest is just going to be nom nom nom. Nom. Yep. Okay. Confirm and exit. All right. So, Heaven's Gate and High Chapel are now my puppets. Beautiful. So they still retain a shitload of their bonuses, which is great. Dead Horses also maintains a lot of its bonuses and are going to be a nice little buffer state against dealing with this crap. Plus, they have a really sizable navy, of all things. Genta de Sol is now a puppet with General Isimo Valin. Smile amigos and have a drink. You stand with the sun today. And the Arizona Rangers are back, which is great because they're a very, very specialty faction. So we're gonna let all these guys do their thing. I just gotta let this fall. I'm not gonna get fucking involved with it. There's still a few wars that we are involved in, but we can't get to like half of these guys because they're like fuckers in the Legion themselves. So I think at this point it's better off preparing for a Legion assault and kind of just curb stomping the Legion in that regard. So let's prepare all of our troops for Legion incursions and get to work on that. You guys are on defensive, which is great. You're doing Arroyo, which is fine. You need a force to guard. I would rather stick you here with some just general short-term orders. Barney needs orders as well. I think Barney's going to be part of the main assault force here as well. We'll get those up and running, and then we will declare on the these guys. So we will be taking the Vault Dweller into custody and dealing with him. So please eliminate that man. I want you to take a cautious approach and advance. So we are looking good. Install police forces, construct some shit. Further improvements, please. Lone Tree joins society. Yep, we'll take Lone Tree. I think that's really it. Ideally, I could have annexed this. I could have taken this land and given them to Mexico because that's what they would have probably preferred. But that's okay. That's okay. All right, let's keep it going. Where's Archidornan when you need him? I have him. He's fucking retired. He runs a bar in New Vegas. He's retired. Sergeant Archidornan. Now we have his son. Because the myth, the legend's retired. Okay, your frontline got fucked up. Okay, you're gonna do that, and then that's fine. I want you to be as humanly aggressive as possible. Go. So we'll take all these guys out real quick. Arrest the Vault Dweller. Do all that fun jazz. Okay, the Ides of March. That's fine. It's literally like oh, hey, if Caesar dies, the Legion implodes, right? I'm like, yeah, I'm aware. Thank you. Let's get. I would rather get Operation Damocles going as well. We've got a few we need to work on simultaneously. All of our troops are kind of moving around, shimming about. Dead Horses needs to start building up its military. Sorrows, we're probably going to be able to flip here soon. How much time do I have left before I got to beat Caesar in the mouth? 360 days. Yeah, I needed to get that started as soon as possible. How is our industry looking? We have a lack of inherent resources, which is more or less what I figured. Heaven's Gate's going to give me what they can. Timberline's going to give me what they can. Water resources. Timberline's going to give me their shit. Advanced components, which is what we really need. Heaven's Gate's going to give me all theirs. Fuck it. I'm just taking everybody's shit. I'm taking everybody's fucking shit. Let's get high pressure hydraulics going. Some free power armor. Great. Yeah, the deficit's catching up, which is good. Yeah, I don't need to make bicycles right now. I don't need to. Scavengers found something. Ooh, factory output. Love to see it. We've got maintenance done. Let's get dynamite because I do need demolitions for things. You guys are all... Oh, they're all... That is going to be such a nasty push when they get called for that. That's going to be brutal for them. Yeah, the Lone Wanderer, or not the Lone Wanderer, but yeah, he's going to fall. Deploy units, no location set. Oh, whoops. New Reno, and you can be down here. Didn't realize I fucked that up. Medtech's done. All right. They're shitting out more power units. Fantastic. Fire some more grids. I think we're okay. Timberland rejoins. No, I don't want to annex anybody just yet. I want them to let them build their countries up before I annex them, because they do get like free factories and shit. So that's why I'm waiting. So places like the Wendover Republic are doing good. So, all right, Arroyo has fallen. So we'll be taking Arroyo and its navy. And we can puppet Max Sec from the Ceph Detention Center. I think I'd rather have the two vassals be freed, to be honest. Hold on. I want Kirby and I want this, because I would rather have the one-offs as development states. Take all their navy and then eat the rest. Yep. Okay, Arroyo has been defeated, which means we will eventually get an event to arrest the bastard who blew up the rig. Admittedly, kind of helped my political career, but, you know, it is what it is. So far so good. We still need to do the APA stuff. Which, I mean, I don't want to cancel a lot of these lines because they're at least significantly trained, but I can just wait. We will get enough power armor for it. You can go down to like 5. Yeah. We need a lot of composite metals as well. Heaven's Gate will give us that. And so will the Timberland and the American Brotherhood. Give me all your shit. Operation Damocles. Caesar's Frumentari, the best intelligence and organization in the Wasteland, having capabilities beyond anything the rest of the Wasteland was capable of. Even the NCR Rangers were left in the dark and unable to properly combat Vulpes Inculta and his forces. Too stuck in acting as Wasteland lawmen and military scouts, Vulpes could operate with impunity right under their noses. Campaigns of terror led across the Mojave spread rumors like wildfire across the NCR and was now laid at the hands of Colonel Callahan and the Enclave intelligence. So we're going to catch this son of a bitch. While he refused the Water Tales, like Vulpes was a half-man, half-dog mutant, he followed up clues and rumors using old-school counterintelligence tactics, tricks the Frumentari weren't used to. He had a few promising leads, and he needed to expand his scope. Speaking of Granite, he was promised Operation Damocles, a systematic campaign to destroy the Frumentari, using everything the old Enclave intelligence officer had at his disposal, as well as developing a few new ones. Oh boy. More men? More men! I was gonna play D4 on my Xbox. Now it's being fucking twat lagging up a storm for like no fucking reason. No, that sucks, demon. The Foxcatcher. Callahan knew that in order to truly defeat the Frumentari, they would need to cut off the head of the beast. This meant capturing Vulpes Inculta. Of course, Vulpes would never show himself, but he knew Caesar didn't tolerate failure. So if he could dismantle and disrupt their operations enough, Vulpes would slip in a desperate attempt to save face. Yep. Who's justifying on me? New Mariposa is justifying on me. Let me tell you. Let me tell you something. You might be scary mutants. I will punk your shit. I will punk your shit right now. I will absolutely punk your shit right now. We will do Operation Leviathan. 100%. Yep, 100%. We are going to war with the fucking mutants. The mutants who did not decide to join this man's army. We will crush the mutant threat under our boot. I need a deployment of fresh men now. I have a fresh 20 stack. Beautiful. Let's get these men a commander. You sound fantastic. You're going on the new Mariposa front line. I need you guys to dig in. I need to probably move some other units around. Who can I pull off of these at the moment? Arguably you. Don't need a front line right now. 26 divisions of that as well. Yeah, we are going to have to go deal with fucking New Mariposa. I did not expect them to do it this way, but at the same time, I think if we can take them out, that's one less issue to deal with. So let's get that. Let's get Barney up here as well. We have a lot of, like, adjacent territories that share, but that's up to them, and I don't think they'll accept the call to arms. I wish them the best of luck if they do, because we won't be able to save them. So that's great. How long do I have? I have no idea. Fantastic. I hope it's not a few fucking days, because we're going to have an issue if it is. So, okay. I guess we're going to have to fucking murk those fuckers. All right, that's fine. That's fine. We'll make do. We'll make do. All right. What's the deal with here? You need to take Crescent now. More Enclave men. Great. They're not ready because they are facing a massive superior enemy. I know. Umbra, you will be puppeted, and I will take your navy. Thank you. Okay. These armies are now freed up, which is great. Let's get you on the front with New Mariposa. Is there going to be a problem? Same with you, but I would rather have you fighting... No, this is a separate front. This is just going to be too nasty. I need to stack all my men on this. And just keep going this way. So, yeah, whatever. Good enough. So, that's fine. We're still at war with just some shit down in the south, which is whatever. Yeah, Rio's not doing too hot, so that's going to make the Enclave... Or not the Enclave, but the Legion pretty strong. Operation Leviathan. Chosen One's Trial. Beautiful. The Chosen One's Trial was never in doubt, even if Grant had suspicions about the Enclave's experiments on the oil rig at Navarro. Too many members of the Enclave blamed the Chosen One for the deaths of friends, family, and propaganda blamed the Chosen One for stopping the Enclave's medical assistance to Arroyo tribals. And so, the Chosen One was found guilty of supporting slavers in the den, of miners in Broken Hills, of smuggling liquor into Vault City, of aiding cultists in San Francisco, and of course treason against the United States government. The question was her fate. Firing squad. Or life imprisonment. I'll be honest. I would rather take the firing squad. He did! Because I want to get 20% to get war economy going. Because as it sits, we're still sitting on 100 and fucking something factories for this shit. It's old, fast. And we still have a lot to rebuild too. Oh my god. But yeah, New Mariposa is standing against us now. We're redeploying all of our troops in the area to kind of make sense of this nonsense. Our new puppets are rebuilding themselves, which is great. But as it sits, it's not fast enough. Did we get Ouroboros, or are we just allies in a war? I think we're just allies in a war. Yeah, we're just allies. I don't know why they're in some of my territory, but that's okay. All right. For all the grids, construct all the grids. I think that's really all we need to do for it at the moment. Begin the interrogation program. Yes, please. We can pressure Two Peoples and Lone Tree, so... Congress of Peoples... Where is Two Peoples? It might be... Am I blind? That's fucking small. Oh, Two Peoples. Oh, way the fuck out here. Okay, so Two Peoples and then Lone Tree over here. Okay, that's fine. Custom-built capacitors. We're improving our energy rifle tech, which is great. We are building up our manpower to deal with the Troll Warren. Because as it sits, they are still a very much significant threat. Even with the amount that we have here, these super mutant divisions are going to be rough as shit to fight. Honestly, think it might be worthwhile to bump our Enclave auxiliaries to infantry, like add another infantry division and bump them to 20 combat with. Just for the stats alone. It's going to cost us a little bit more on the guns, but I think it's worth it. And then if we can, let's get... mechanized support would be really good. Let's fuck it. We're going to commit to that. Just for the soft attack on all that shit. So you guys need to be here. Yeah, Legion raiding bullshit. So they're coming for us. All right, Operation Leviathan. The lands of the Cascade Commonwealth have not fared well in the war. Perhaps it was the lack of farmland, abundance of dark forests, and the hostility of cities. Out of all of them, Oregon fared the worst. Most of the state is overrun by pirates, cannibals, and a tribe that worships mirelurks. They're all dead. And only a few pockets of civilization remain here and there. And of course, there is the Troll Warren, the largest collective of super mutants this side of the Colorado. Whether or not they're carrying the Master's Dream is unknown, but if they turn south, it'll be a hell of a fight. And then there's Washington. They're dead, so we will prepare an expedition. So we can now attack them, which is great. Not ideal, but great. So we will have to make do with that. Ooh. Yeah, we're going to have to do lessons of war and kind of just sit here and posture ourselves for the worst. Maelstrom at Maelstrom, which is great. You need more power armor units. Yeah, and these guys are all now hurting on supply. Are they hurting on, like, actual guns? Or is it just... I think it's just their equipment for mechanized artillery. Right. This is going to start to speed up. So motorization's great. We're going to start working on our tank checks now. So simple tracks. More power armor units coming out. Fantastic. Legion's raiding party. Yada yada. That we're not worried about. We could spend some more money, which I absolutely will, on improving some new bases. Development projects. So Diablo is next. Right. Well, they stopped. No, they have a claim against us because we've taken Klamath and a few others. Do I think this war is worth it, is the question. Do I think this war is fundamentally worth it to fight? Honestly, I think we have the numbers. It might not look to be that case. Caesar's Legion alone is a concern, but they're busy with Rio. Or not Rio, but the Republic of the Rio Grande. I honestly think it might genuinely be worth it here. As for Navy, Privateer Heritage for XP. Get some more power armor divisions. Yeah, they're just fighting superior enemies, which is what it's gonna hurt for a while. So why don't we take a save? Just to be safe, we're gonna take a save and we're gonna see how fucked we are if we have to declare this war. If I just need to leave people on this border for them to fuck off, we'll be fine. But let's see how this goes. Call allies. Go. Okay. Called all of our dipshits in. You are all guys going to be careful. Go, 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 go. Boone's doing his own thing. Barney needs to be on cautious. You are doing your own thing. You're doing your own thing. Okay. Was I really supposed to be worried? Holy shit. We just fucking curb stomped them. Okay, we don't have enough men to cover all the fronts. That's not a great thing. But we're curb stomping them in multiple areas. Holy shit. That's really fucking good. You're going to go into our... a new army, actually. I just need more power armor units. You're both going to go in here. Okay, I think I needed to, rather than let these fronts be massive, I need to shrink them down significantly. You just need to deal with, like, this. You need to deal with that as well. So just reposition the armies because they're starting to take up a lot of free land, and that isn't great. Timberland's falling, which is about what I expected. That's okay. They're crossing into some positions. The Murtak reformers won't join us just yet because they're being little bitches. No, they joined us. We're just not pushing on this front, apparently. Not enough org. Okay. We're doing the best we can. We're doing the best we can. Fire off the grids. Keep going. Yeah, just keep crushing them. Just keep crushing them. We're losing some territory just because of how uneven these lines are. But as everybody is, like, flooding troops in, we'll be all right. America now and forever. The wasteland is littered with proof America was destined for destruction along its path it's walking. Granite, however, was in a unique position. He had the weight of the old world behind him, lessons of the new world at his fingertips, and the foresight to keep America alive and well into the future. But Granite had to be careful. There were many who tried this before. Maxon, Tandy, Caesar, all had tried and failed on the ways. Max's ideas were perverted, Tandy's were overturned, and Caesar's legion will crumble under his death. None of those fates will be the fate of America. So we will learn from the mistakes of the past. We do have Area 51, which is great, but I also want to keep going down the path of destabilizing Caesar, because we are getting to the point where we need to do Caesar in less than a year. And if this is going to take a lot longer, then we're going to be up Schitt's Creek. Good morning, Stance. Good morning, good morning. So our best bet here is to just take our time with it. Torture is useless. Oh boy. Callahan was never a fan of interrogation, although the old Enclave intelligence officer in him did find some sadistic glee in it. At the end of the day, it was useless. Eventually, they end up telling you what you wanted to hear, regardless of whether it was real or not. That was part of the reason Enclave intelligence failed to predict a travel from Oregon would be capable of getting into the rig in the first place. Over his travels as a caravan merchant, he learned a few things. No, it wasn't the art of subtlety, neural interface, cutting-edge tech before the war, used primarily in VR. It was also used to bind the brain to a robot used in Borbo brains. With it, Callahan hoped to be able to pry exactly the information needed out of whoever he was interrogating with little no deceit or false truth. So yeah, now we're going to start capturing Frumentari. And we're going to hook them up to VR, and we're going to introduce them to a shit show and interrogate them until they give us an answer. So, there's that. Dynamite's great. Love to see it. We'll go with frag grenades. I think for the time being, yeah, we simply don't have enough for it. I got to strip it out of the auxiliaries. So, nope. We're going to strip it out of the auxiliaries so we can get all of our men up to high organizational strength. They have the equipment they need. Yeah, we still got plenty of support equipment, plenty of infantry equipment. That being said, a lot of it's foreign, but that's okay. Plenty of men. Great. Love that. I think you're going to be not a offensive unit here, but I think you're going to be a reinforcement here, dealing with more of Caesar's bullshit. Oh yeah, we're absolutely curb stomping New Mariposa. If we can somehow make this encirclement, it's going to be Jover for them. I thought they were going to be like this massive fuck off villain we're going to have to deal with. No, we're absolutely steadily curbing them. There is no downside to doing this right now. Oh boy. Go ahead and deposit me another couple of divisions. I want 20 fresh boys here. Reason for this is I still need coastal guards. Because of all of the ports we own, so gonna keep utilizing that. Frumentari captured. Beautiful. The Frumentari moved quickly through the still cold New Arena night. He was given orders to pick up a dead drop containing a bomb, which was to use against the Western White House. Moving down the alleyway, he ducked out of sight as a vertibird passed overhead. Operating in the heart of the Enclave was dangerous, but drastic measures must be taken to ensure victory over the profligates. As he had made his way down the alley, an APC rolled up, blocked his path. Frumentari turned and began to run, only to be stopped by a pair of Secret Service agents that appeared from the shadows. Going somewhere? Asked one of the agents. And Frumentari was knocked out and captured. Bring that ass here. We're going to interrogate you. All right. Perfect. The broken mass. Okay, so the freedom fighters or the free fighters are dead, or they lost their capital, which is about what I expected. After several hours of questioning, the Frumentari was hooked up to the interface, kicking and screaming. Callahan began messing with the agent's memories and mind before breaking the Frumentari and telling the Enclave officer everything. Callahan confirmed that with the neural scanner that everything was true and feels they are closer to Vulpes and Culta. Good. Capture him. Protect the Baron. We don't have to. He's fucking Santana's dead. Okay, yeah, we are doing very, very well right now. It's very thin front, which is true. We got some micro encirclements here at the actual warren itself, which is crazy. So wipe it out. Boom. Operation Lycon and Operation Augusta. What else do we have on the docket here? I think that's it right now. So just keep turning on the power grids when available. Yeah, I think we're still looking good. Yeah, as it sits, our industry is doing fantastic. Canada's doing its own thing. Whatever they're doing. We do not want these guys as fucking expedition forces. Sorry, but no, I don't need them. So let's quickly wrap this shit up. It should give us plenty of time. Clearfield Naval Depot is up and running. Beautiful. It's Canada. Oh my god, Canada navally invaded, but I think they just lost the port. No, they have Bellevue. I think that should be fine. They navally invaded Seattle. Yeah, Legion leading parties, we know. The capture of the Warren. Julie Martinez from Klamath. The war against New Mariposa continues up in the north of Oregon and the newly liberated settlements. United States troops report seeing sights too horrific for me to describe on public radio. All I can say is I hope, I for one pray our boys in power are victorious, as neither you nor me will enjoy the consequences of a New Mariposa victory. The Warren is now a core. So we get a whole bunch of little old factories, which is great. Every little bit counts. So we're just going to keep working on coring all of our land. We got a lot of shit that's still busted and broken, but that's okay. Our factory count grows astronomically. We are doing much more economically speaking than Caesar can deal with. So that's a good thing. Our power armor deficit's only going to last a few more days. We'll be able to establish the EPA once we get a positive amount of that. Who the fuck just declared on Caesar's Legion? Somebody just declared on Caesar's Legion. How goes America? It's going well. It's going very well. Let's get composite. You are declaring on Caesar's Legion. All right, bro. Good luck to you. Godspeed. Let's get some Davy Crockett's in the run. Yeah, I know we're gonna lose on some production. Wah wah wah. I still need more composites. Give me your composites. Everybody who has composites, you will surrender your composites to the U.S. government. All of them. All of your composites are mine. Canada, more composites. And we're starting to get our jet fighters up, which is great. Which means our Air Force should start to tick up. It's just fucking triplanes. Holy shit. Oh my god, they're just triplanes. Oh, fuck me. Okay. If we can do this, this will be a nice chunky encirclement. Oh, we did. Oh yeah, the Troll Warren's fucked. Yeah, they're absolutely fucked. Everybody just hard advance. Everybody heavily advance. Yep. Yeah, Troll Warren's cooked. We're gonna do just fine. Tracks for our tanks. Let's get the scavenged tanks going as well. More Enclave forces coming online. Beautiful. Love to see that. Scavengers found a bonus for robotics. Sure, I'll take that. Vi Victus. Our men have fully discredited all of Caesar's potential successors. Now none of them are able to unite the Legion after Caesar's death. The new Rome is doom. Even a god may die. The Legion Civil War, folks. The lands across the Colorado River was once an unassailable bastion under the command of the most powerful man in the world, have fractured into open conflict. We have assassinated Caesar. The death of Caesar has led to various potential successors rallying support and claiming land before their rivals could. Avoiding the conflict for the most part, it seems that the tentative situation at best has ignited, with fighting being reported across all the legion's land. The bull has been broken. Caesar's Legion is no more. We have to do with the Sons of Caesar, Lanius, the Legion of Hades. Oh my god. Vulpus's Legion looks like to be the biggest, but yeah. Caesar's cooked. It's over. It's done. Caesar's dead. But that means little, in my opinion, because we still have to eliminate that man. We still need to very much eliminate that man. That being said, our ticker's gone. Our ticker itself is gone. So we have plenty of time to work on things. So because Caesar's dead, nah, boo-boo, sucks for you, bud. Let's see. What do we want to work on next in terms of focusing? I think it's finally time to start restoring Area 51. Really juice everything we have. So, yeah, all we've got to do right now... Oh, somebody called us as an enemy. Hades is apparently our enemy. All right, that's fine. We're just going to sit here, deal with New Mariposa, and see what developments we can get up to. So we are looking good, good, good. Perfect. Evade Caesar's heirs. We've got 3 options. Oh, not focus right now. Actually, that's not a bad idea. We could start the war right now. Let me finish up New Mariposa, and then we will curb stomp all of them. Wipe out Caesar's successors. And have them deal with the consequences of fighting us. Yeah, we know. It's the same event as last time. Train dogs. Let's get some puppers. And what goes wrong? It's just a dog. No, you cannot pet that dog. That dog will kill you. Economic resurgence, beating back the Green Menace, and the Navajo. All right. So, a couple things have happened. AFN News, beating back the Green Menace. The Troll Warren has suffered a defeat after the defeat in Oregon, courtesy of the United States Army. The once feared green tide of super mutants has been shattered, with plans drawn to push as far north as Portland in the coming weeks. Several super mutant leaders have arrived to the north as well, hoping to take in surviving super mutants left behind in the wake of the Army's advance. Chief among them was Marcus, out of Jacobstown, who expressed hope that with the administration in Reno, that super mutants of the Troll Warren could be integrated into greater American society. Now, about the cannibals, they gotta die. The Navajo. The Navajo was never one for Caesar's ideals. As far as they were concerned, the alliance was out of necessity. Given how Lannius treated the Apache in New Mexico, it was some good foresight. But now times have changed. We're getting reports the Navajo are fighting on Legionnaires, and the Legion has responded unkind. Despite the prowess of the Navajo, let's see, hundreds of years of culture tradition. It wasn't long before the Navajo were some of our best soldiers with the Navajo code speakers. Let's get a diplomatic strike mission going for the Navajo. Try to get them on our side. I doubt we will, but it is definitely worth a shot. Yeah, the armies of Caesar are gone, so we are definitely going to be going to war with them before before long. Frag grenades, love to see it. Let's get reliability. Perfect. Oh yeah, no, we got to pick up the pace. So I think we're going to be doing a multi-stage war here. I think it's time to pull the trigger and eliminate the Legion. I think it's time to do that. So folks, in a historical moment here, we will be found in the EPA offices. No, we will be dealing the killing blow to the Legion. Their forces are few and far between in the Mojave territories, and it is now time that we attack all of their heirs. We will call all of our allies and obliterate them in one fell swoop. Eliminating the Sons of Caesar, what the fuck is this? Helios Maris? Oh my god, it's Mr. Fantastic. Holy shit, it's Mr. Fantastic. How do I get this job? Well, after those Legionnaires took over the NCR, they asked me if I had any experience with espionage. I said about as much as anyone else, so they put me on some hockey pucks, soaked it in blood, and went to talk them Legionnaires. And they asked me why I just came from the NCR lines. I said I'd been undercover with them for about a year. They asked if I was Picus. I said, yeah, sure, dude. They said their commander had died recently, and I was the highest-ranking Legionnaire there. And asked if I had any leadership experience. I said I had experienced leadership. They said, welcome aboard. Fuck, dude, it's Mr. Fantastic. Holy shit. Can we, arrest him, but, keep him? He's just great. Anyway, we're clicking the buttons, and we're going to wipe out fucking Caesar's legions. It's time to do it. So in 10 days, we're going to be declaring war. While we deal with that, we're going to finish off the last of Mariposa, get that all going, and we're going to be in the money, all while restoring Area 51. So that's good. So just got to keep crossing into through Oregon into Washington. So that is good for us. And they're fighting themselves, which is really good for us. So we're going to let them kind of beat it to the piss. The EPA expedition. Director Colas has come forward, having gathered enough men and equipment to venture to the EPA regional offices. Fuck off with this. north of Sac City. There was also the matter of many maps. The offices weren't listed. In fact, most of the reference offices were listed as the zoo and NCR records and caravan maps. Since he had been looking for the offices and not a zoo, he was quite surprised when he found an old pre-war map with the EPA offices crossed out and relabeled the zoo. Regardless, it had probably been nothing as he set his convoy out for his offices. A flyover vertibirds depicted nothing out of the ordinary, and his requisition something. Then he found out what's called the zoo. Arriving in the office, he was past a abandoned NCR army blockade that surrounded the site. Arriving in the parking lot, the place was a literal jungle, complete with spore plants, half-eaten remains of NCR troopers and rangers that had been trapped by the carnivorous vegetation. Demo teams armed with flamethrowers were put to work clearing the site, but if this was the outside of the building, what the hell was the inside? Cola set up shop in the parking lot and started arresting enforcements. Yeah, we're going to have to help that man out. We're going to have to get him some shit. So, in time, they will be all ready to go, but for the time being, let's just keep pushing everything out. I think we're okay for the time on that. Oh god, we could send couriers and integrate them. No. They will not be a vassal of the US. We will be dealing with them. We will absolutely deal with them. So, perfect. We're cleaning up these pockets of New Mariposa. Wow, you decrypted our ciphers. That's not a big deal. Now we know why it was called the zoo. To say Director Coles was disturbed was an understatement. Venturing further into the EPA campus, our troops pushed in the garage, only to find a series of robots attending to what they claimed was a petting zoo. A petting zoo filled with people. Whatever programming in these robots failed to recognize the Power Armor troops were also human, because when the medic was called up, they tried to put her back in the exhibit. After promptly scrapping the robots, and those on display were attended to, having been kept alive and docile by strange, nutritious paste of pre-war origin. While it kept them alive, they were apparently hungry, attacked the medical staff by attempting to help them by trying to eat the medical staff. The very hungry humans were subdued by Power Armor troops, and the rest locked up. As a humanitarian crisis has been declared, the followers were called in, and were just as horrified. It's a wonder these people didn't eat themselves. However, the followers have dealt with cannibals before and are going to be slowly easing these people back onto food. Colas has doubled down on his request for reinforcement. The army granted his request. Yeah, I don't blame them. All right, we still got a few troops here that we got to clean up in these segments of the cities. So let's clean this crap up. Get this all done and dusted. And then we're going to be at war with the remnants of Caesar's Legion here shortly. Why is there an NCR troop all the way up here? What the fuck is this? It's an artillery unit in New Jerusalem. Okay. Don't know how he got there, but all right. Our field howitzers are coming online here soon. We're starting to get planes up in the air as well. Yeah, they really don't have much, but we do have our jet strikers, which is great. I want to split these into a stack of 32. Get these guys attached to everybody. Two to each, because we're gonna need the CAS. Yes, we only have 2 in each, but that's fine. The goal is to get these back up and running as soon as possible. So the fact that we are manufacturing them leads me to believe we'll be able to keep up with demand to a point. Obviously, not enough factories are in place, but if we can at least get them set up and following their divisions around with the airports that we do have, that would be great. I know it's probably going to be a struggle going through Legion territory because they don't really have the airport infrastructure. And these guys will go to you just in case. Venus Mantrap. Director Colas has been directing the now company of soldiers under his command in clearing out the rest of the surface of the EPA. One of the interesting things he discovered were Venus Mantraps, strange carnivorous plants that have been discovered to be the death of more than one scavenger and plenty of NCR troops. Thankfully, power armor and flamers are enough to remove them. That isn't to say that this is still the most bizarrely horrifying place they've come across. Out behind the offices was a park, and by park we mean it was a park. It was filled with remains of NCR Rangers that our soldiers promptly torched. There's also a greenhouse. Well, a greenhouse that was ordered leveled via airstrikes. Whatever is inside is now a crater. Colas wanted to move into the offices, but it was delayed by an infestation of mantises, rad scorpions, and the ventilation shafts, who nearly ate 3 members of the EPA who walked inside to hide from the airstrike. Thinking on his feet, Director Colas called in the Slater, who were more than happy to hunt through the ventilation shafts and is currently enjoying a buffet of roasted rad scorpion and sauteed mantis. Even if Colas was a bit weirded out by the sentient raccoons. Yeah, checks out. All right. How long do we have left on the countdown for this? Or is it already done and we can just fucking declare it? Northwestern Cause. Are we already doing this? Do we just have all the war goals to do it? Yeah, looks like we do. All right. Pull the triggers. Let's wipe them out. Call in the boys. Sorry, Mr. Fantastic. You gotta go, bud. Who do we not have? Lanius's Legion, which is the strongest by far. You also need to go. And Lanius needs to go. Sorry, buds. You're gonna die here. I hate to be that guy, but you're all gonna die down here. You're all gonna die down here. Yeah, they simply do not have the men. The liberation of Salt Lake City? What? Yesterday, the reunited drove Caesar and his lackeys from Salt Lake... Oh, this event's bugged. Yeah, we've already done this. As Ganning urging the United States pursued a costly vaccination program, this paid off when the Legion tried to use the FEV against us. Oh, Jesus. Lonesome Road. Ooh. Oh. Fuck! Alright, well... Congress has vetoed our use of nukes. Shit. Caesar's atrocities. Anyone spreading these stories gets a visit from Secret Service. Caesar is a nasty son of a bitch. As we push east, his men have responded with increasing guerrilla attacks on our supply lines and atrocities to demoralize our men. Recently, they somehow crucified 13 men on the Hoover Dam, declaring that they left their bodies facing west to watch their world die. Fuck you. The end of the Legion classes. The once vaunted Legion classes has all been sunk and destroyed by the United States Navy. Did we? Apparently we sunk it. Okay. Free cons want to send volunteers? Sure, bud. Sure. Feel free. All right, and we are still pushing deep into New Mariposa, which will be fantastic to finish up. Restoring Dreamland. Hidden away deep in Nevada lies one of America's most secretive bases, the nexus of conspiracy theories, pseudoscience, and whatever the hell else the commies could cook up pre-war. Even much of the Enclave wasn't privy to what went on at the base, with only the president and the Joint Chiefs being aware of all went down. Some of their knowledge went down with the rig. Now we're left to pick up the remains and investigate a basis like some NCR expedition. Post-war, the base's remote location, the secretive nature left it undisturbed, aside from tribal raiders that were descendants of the pre-war garrison, seemed to worship their ancestors as gods. Now that we're back in control, it's time to investigate the base and discover its secrets. Open the hangars. There were rumors and whispers among the troops of what exactly were left in those hangars. What we did find, a few shifted uneasily in their power armor as the engineers cracked open the old rusted doors. Even a few officers stood uneasy as they creaked open before them. Before their worried eyes was flight of pre-war nuclear fighters. A bit climactic. This repeated itself as engineers opened each door to the base, resulting in pre-war fighters that had been sheltered for the better part of centuries laying there, ready to be refurbished and restored. So much like so much else, Area 51 was the center of advanced aircraft programs, and of course, the service hangars held actual aircraft. Return the parts, the planes to service, or scrap them for production boost. Scrap them for production boost. I don't think we need that right now. We want to do big empty for sure. But there's a lot of stuff here. So we want to do... Ooh. Let's get the big empty going. I think that's a good time. I don't know what this fucking unit's doing. But, oh my lord. Our men are going mental. Oh yeah, we are going fast. Yeah, you guys can go. Sub-level red. One of the biggest questions on Director Colus's mind is the surface was so bad, how horrifying is the interior? He got his answer when he arrived to Sub-Level Red. The entire place was laid out like a public atrium, complete with reception information and a museum. They were even led around by a pre-war hologram named Hologram 40011. However, this is where the normalcy ended. 40, or we'll just call them 400. 400 showed them to the public execution chamber and ammo depot, and since Colas is the director of EPA, she introduced him to the board of directors for the EPA, all of whom were a series of advanced pre-war holograms courtesy of the Big Empty, it seems. First to meet was Hologram 100, director of ground maintenance, who, upon recognizing Colas as a member of the government, promptly dressed Colas down for the destruction of the surface, stating that his Department of Ground Maintenance has been operated at 100% in efficiency for over 200 years. Colas has set the EPA back several thousand years of work and effort. After recovering from the verbal assault of the hologram, Colas introduced himself as the director of the EPA and was promptly apologized to by the hologram director. Colas was then introduced to the other directors, including the director of science, only spoken binary, the director of security hologram, who demanded that Colas destroy everything in the EPA and launched into a tirade when he was told that that was never going to happen. Lastly was the director of operations, who Colas got so fed up with that he fired 120 on the spot because he couldn't get a straight answer out of him. Unfortunately, 120 is hardwired in the facility, so in order to fire them, we had to be destroyed outright. Thankfully, one of our robotics core members managed to repair hologram 00000, and the hologram was given to Director Colas full access to the facility. Director Colas put in a request for a cask of Old Royale whiskey to be flown. After reading the report, the request was granted. Good God, send him the entire case. Yeah, fucking the EPA is just a disaster as it sits. A complete and unmitigated disaster. I think we're okay still on this. Yeah, we're hurting on a lot of resources. I can't really justify any more expense into our military at the moment. So, okay, I just need to get all this shit cleaned up. All you guys just need to go all over the place. Some of you guys just need to go there. Yeah, just clean up all this crap. Oh, hey, they opened a front line up there. Absolutely. Let's get some men up there. Head north. Godspeed. Oh my God, yeah, Vegas is in fucking ruins. But we'll make do with what we can. So as it sits, I mean, we're cleaning up pretty damn strongly. That's the good thing. All this is just going to be a complete and utter fucking mess. Tucson isn't... You're fighting them. I can pull these troops off. Yeah, I can pull these troops off, and we can do an invasion from here into NCR, or not NCR, but Legion proper. Try to establish ourselves that way. Sub-levels orange and yellow. After everything Colas had gone through, he was dreading going further down. Arriving at sub-level orange, fears were seemingly justified as it was just offices, conference rooms, and cafeterias. Who knows what went on in those blood-curdling cafeterias, sinister conference rooms, and ominous offices. Eventually, soldiers patrolled the area and discovered nothing was amiss. Even after 3 extensive searches, there was nothing bizarre about the place. In fact, Colas was actually hopeful that it could be renovated in short order. Further down, sub-level yellow was the power facility. Engineers are on the way to restore it past emergency powering, get the place up and running. We can practically hear the relief in Colas's report, as a few hours have been very fruitful and was more in line than what he was expecting. The only problems discovered were some hazardous materials found shoved in the back of the room, which were quickly neutralized by EPA specialists. That's good news. Okay, the EPA is doing well. R.I.P. Mr. Fantastic. We'll see you in the afterlife, my boy. It was a pleasure serving with you. The fate of the... Fuck off. The fate of the cause. Also known as the Cause, it would be remembered as the Northwestern Brotherhood that would break away from the cold darkness of the Washington Brotherhood. The Cause resisted Washington Brotherhood's tyrannical rule where others failed. Holding true to some of the true ideals of the Brotherhood, while they put up a valiant fight, history overlooked the Cause with the arrival of the American Army and the pacification of Washington and the taming of Seattle. Regardless, the tales of the Cause were kept forever in the tomes and records of the Brotherhood. Many elder scribes and lost hills wish to consider them the Northwestern Brotherhood, the true heirs of the North, and hold their ideals to have lived up to long since their battlefield over Portland. Yep. I think I can agree with that. To be honest, I think I can agree with that. The Cause was just in its mind. It's just they got dealt a bad hand. It's hard to fight the Brotherhood, or not the Brotherhood, the Washington Brotherhood. They are very, very rough. Okay, we're nearly done with the Warren, which is great. That will free up some men. We're going to try to move more men up in here to take this position. Let's see about just setting that order as soon as they're able to do so. And then with these guys dead, let's take some time to reposition some men. Because this is going to be nasty. This is going to be a really, really fucking nasty war. I want to push across Searchlight as well. Just everywhere possible. Let's get a front going and shove them out. You're defending this. Your army's free. Let's get you pushing on this side as well. Just be as aggressive as possible. Take as much land as possible. Same with you. I think I'm actually going to have you support the organizations up north and deal with all this nonsense. So let's keep going. Let's keep pushing. We will defeat the Legion. Right. We are exploring the Big Empty, which will take 40 days, which is fine. If it takes 40 days, it takes 40 days. Oh boy, sub-level green. Sub-level green. Nothing good lasts forever. Green level was filled with poisonous gas, which would have incapacitated soldiers that weren't in power armor. Some of it was collected and sent off for study. Special hazmat suits and air filters were given to teams to explore the level. According to the director Zero, the level was for animal and biological testing, and that one of the tests got so out of hand, the test being a mutated Venus man trap. It was here that much of the EPA's previous human staff were killed and the level locked down, and skeletons of them and freeware animals lived in the place. In his report, Colas expected such an endeavor, which is why he brought down the demo team's armed with flamers. Sending down, the team promptly torched the mutated Venus man trap. After discovering its location, although 200 years of poisonous gas means levels off limits until the fumes can be neutralized, ironically, the gas did perfectly preserve plant life, including several trees in the arboretum that Colas hoped he can study it to replicate across the wasteland. Perfect. Perfect. So we've crossed through the dam. We are heavily advancing through the dam right now, which is pretty fucking good in my opinion. What the fuck are you guys doing? Are you just not able to cross this? Oh, you don't have superiority. That's fine. Okay. Yeah, we're gonna have to deal with a lot of this shit, which isn't ideal. The fact that you joined the Daughters of Hekek leads me to believe that Ouroboros is going to try some dumb shit. So, I wholeheartedly expect them to do dumb shit. I'm waiting for it. Yep, they called in Lone Tree. Which is, yeah. I literally expected this, that they would do dumb shit like this. And I'm not surprised. I'm genuinely not surprised. So, luckily, we've got men that I can change their deployment to here in New Canaan, shit them out. We've got a new army already here, ready to deal with this crap. I need a new field commander. Never mind, I can't afford a field commander. Congratulations, you have no commander. You dipshits are just going to go sit here and have to deal with this crap. Because I cannot defend all of this. Sub-level blue. While waiting for green to be cleared, Colas had a chat with the hologram Zero. Colas says it's wonderful to converse with since the hologram is just as frustrated with the facility as he is. Actually likes the fact that Colas had fired 125 times now and put 101 in his place and fixed up 131 so he could do his job. The hologram told Colas of a secret research project on secret blue level granted him access, especially since Colas is 0001's boss. Descending into the level along with a few hazardous storage units, the level was filled with several people in suspended animation. Working quickly, the EPA technicians secured the area and slowly brought these people out of hibernation, dazed and confused as to who they were. All of them were pre-war EPA scientists who put themselves in hibernation after the bombs fell and sub-level green was contaminated. They were very surprised that not only did the government survive, but that it had been 200 years. Despite trying to get a few trying to jostle for power, Colas told them that he was the director of the EPA, and they were sent off to New Reno for medical and psychological tests. Well, I'd like to meet these people. They've got the work cut out for them. Sure. I am President Granite. As the vertebrae carrying the pre-war EPA scientists flew over the shattered pre-war wasteland, that many were in shock. After 200 years, much of the land was barren desert, and off to the north was a massive green cloud. Pilots noted that as a rad storm. Asking what a rad storm was, they promptly wished they didn't. As they arrived at the vertipad of the EPA offices, they were met by several power-armored soldiers standing there before a brick house of a man with a winning smile. The man introduced himself as Douglas Grant, the President of the United States. He personally welcomed them into the post-war world. In a small speech, he thanked them for their service and that their country needed them now more than ever. The country, well, the planet was healing, but slowly. Scientific progress had been set back centuries in many parts of the world, and only the United States had the power to fix this broken, damaged world. Grant even spoke with their pre-war knowledge and expertise was valuable more than ever. He was pleading for them to turn this blighted, barren wasteland they knew back into the lush green world they once knew. Not a single pre-war scientist were going to let them down. Yeah, they're working out for them. This fucking sucks. Didn't want to deal with that, but okay. Once we do have a new Mariposa, we'll wipe them out real quick, but they should be nearly dead, honestly. Yep, okay, they're dead. New Mariposa's gone. All right, so we will eat them. Is there any interesting vassals I want? Not particularly. No. Okay. We will eat them. Take their ships. My ships. Don't touch my boats. All right. The fate of the Mojave chapter. The Mojave chapter was a victim of the Elder's own genius. Sent out to uncover the secrets of New Vegas and Mojave, the Mojave chapter found themselves at the epicenter of giants, of which they were unprepared for. Too busy studying trees to see the forest close in on him. Elder Elijah led his chapter to doom, gambling everything on Helios 1. When it failed, what would have been the Helios Brotherhood met its end at the NCR, Legion, and U.S. Army. However, the tenacious chapter survived long enough for the members of the American Brotherhood to welcome them back with open arms, becoming another vital part of America's push forward. In theory, then, I should have leaders from them. I guess not. That's a shame. That is a shame. All right, Mariposa's dead, which is great. We need to install a police force and construct grids. They need to be wiped out. We're going to do a whole bunch of further developments, get those going. I believe that's really it for that. The darkness over Washington, for that we need to do for sure. Then we'll send to Cover over here. Two Peoples may join us as well. I think that's really it for that. Once we complete the big mountain expedition, we do need to take a look at rebuilding Pacific Northwest and a few other things. There's a lot of shit we're still like kind of all over the fucking place on and we need to get done. So that's fine. But as it sits, sure, we can get everybody involved. I'm going to take all of my free units now and we're going to wipe out Lone Tree and all their bullshit. Because they need to be removed from my site for doing dumb shit like declaring war on us. Okay, that's fine. Who else do we have up here that was free? A lot of these divisions. Okay. I need them to go here and take out all this. Thank you. Ulysses as well. I need you to go here, take out all this as well. You're another power armor specialist. We'll get you on... So, there's a little ass crack there. All right. Just deal with these issues for me. That would be fantastic. Because we don't have any other issues other than this nonsense, so that's fine. So, Helios 1. Good morning from Enclave Radio. We're bringing you news from Helios 1 as the sun rises over the pre-war solar planet, reflecting the solar panels. One can see how much progress the president has bought. Gone are the Brotherhood Knights stripping from parts and the NCR engineers stumbling in the dark. The Enclave scientists work proudly to restore the power to the wastes. The sun rises over a new day in America. The liberation of Hoover Dam. This is Enclave Radio, bringing in the latest news from the front. Our boys in black have driven the Legion from Hoover Dam, aided by survivors from Navarro who hid in the Mojave. And our flamers are burning Praetorians out of their nests as we speak. The American flag has been draped over the side of the dam. Soon its power will serve you, dear listeners. And a special thanks to the Courier who rallied local partisans to our aid. Something weird in Oregon. Okay. Fucking goddamn it, Mr. Fantastic, you son of a bitch. Yeah, we got quite a few events here. So we'll start with Mr. Fantastics. Upon securing Helios 1, a cadre of Enclave scientists depended upon the site, hoping to reactivate the ancient orbital weapon aboard the Archimedes weapons platform. Disabling security systems and much of the infrastructure for the weapon remained intact. However, the software and terminals meant to run the system were outright destroyed. By whom? This nitwit technician named Fantastic. This moron has done nothing but be a headache for our soldiers, who initially believed he was a saboteur because he didn't think anyone could be this stupid in the Mojave. Turns out, no, he's just an idiot. The amount of damage he's done to the uplink will take decades to fix, mostly because we have to rewrite the code for the system to correctly uplink to the giant space later. Yeah. The ends of the Fiends. For the past several weeks, the special response teams of the FBI have been conducting a campaign to eradicate the Fiend gangs of West Vegas. In a first for Reconstruction Organization, the entire campaign went off without U.S. military support. FBI agents conducted a series of raids targeting Fiend gang leaders before storming the Fiend's holdout in Vault 3. After an intense firefight, the FBI has informed the Radiant Times that the Fiend's leader's motor runner was killed in the depths of the vault, while the remaining Fiends have scattered to the winds, with the Justice Department issuing warrants. FBI, open up. Yep. And then something weird in Oregon. During operations to pacify Oregon, our units reported a strange area of East Oregon that the super mutant seemed brother to Steel avoided. It was marked off the map after several perimeter sweeps. We detected no movement. With bigger threats to handle move now, we now control the region. Our forces returned to the strange land and began asking local settlements about it. According, it was once home to the odious king and his crimson acolytes, whatever the hell that means. Though the term odious does not bode well, pre-war records indicate it was once the home of Future Tech Research Facility, and given it was division of Vault Tech, well, I don't need to remind you, nearly every vault ever. The Army is preparing a small incursion of lands. We'll keep you informed. Great. Great. All right, we will research the M4A5 carbine. We've got some fresh meat available for the chop shop as well. Get everybody on the lines. At this point, we don't even need to worry about commanders. We're just going to start assigning them willy-nilly. Yeah, plenty of manufacturing going on. Wish I could get more planes up and running. But they are slowly getting rolled out. Best we can do. The interdiction strike craft are still at a positive. Yeah, they're at a significant negative. Treasure trove. Beautiful. All right. Republic of Rio Grande is called the Free Fighters as our ally. Okay. Just get all of our available men going. Yeah, we are blowing straight through what's left of these forces right now. Nobody can stop us at this time. All right. Your forces no longer need to be on defense. You are now an offensive force. Go wipe the slate clean. Get the job done. That's all I ask. Get the job done. The rest of our forces are moving down through this area to go deal with this bullshit that we got subjected to. Ooh, couple of events. Okay, give me a sec. We're going to do research first. Dogs. That can go over there. Dogs. Better dogs. Beautiful. Okay. Sub-level Indigo. From poison to hibernation, we've returned to the bazaar. Arriving on the level after sub-level green, we've cleared out of poison. The team investigation found the level to be conducting experiments on humans. By that we mean there were charts and graphs comparing male and female bodies to one another, multiple operating tables. After level was deemed secure, non-power armor soldiers moved in to secure the area. That was where things went sideways. Lieutenant Disney was accidentally pulled into an auto dock several minutes later of trying to get out. We finally rescued him. We find out why there were so many male and female charts. The scan of the terminals found out this level was working with the military on gender reassignment for some covert operation we'll never know about. We've offered Lieutenant Disney to go back, but she is now openly refusing to ever enter the auto dock at Grand, and actually seems happier. Okay. Wait, what? Just what? You think I'm making this up? This is actually in the Fallout 2 design document called Sub-Level Indigo, and I quote, top secret research into gender modification. Look it up in the Fallout Live Bible. Fucking hell. The Pale Lands of the Odious King. What the fuck is Disney doing? Apparently. To say the Army expedition ventured far into the perimeter as we got as we were reading through reports. In fact, the officer couldn't even finish it before he had a Mr. Gutsy write the rest. The area is not mayorish landscape with trees that have bark resembling human skin. Grass in the area is reported to have contorted hollow faces. Additionally, the flowers in the area seem to have petals made of teeth. The whole environment is straight out of a terrifying fairy tale. Our troops refuse to move any further. I don't blame them. The flesh that hates. Well, not literally. The sample of the flesh of the skin, grass, and flesh tree were recovered. It's the most bizarre thing they've come across. Fundamentally, everything recovered from plants just with human attributes. Yes, human. DNA sequencing contains known human genomes, and the teeth petals were identical to the teeth you find in everybody. However, the cellular structure is not animal cells, but rather they're plant cells. The cells control plast, Yep. Also check the records. There's no mention with any vault of any kind of experience of this nature. Yep. We need to fucking burn that place to the ground. Where's the nuke it option? Can we I know Congress vetoed the nukes on what's left of Caesar's Legion. Can I get rid of the fucking flesh forest? That would be great. Please, I beg you. All right. Hopefully we can deal with Lone Tree and this nonsense. That'd be great. We are pushing through the dead horses territory. Roma Diana's growing as well. But we are growing. We are growing at a steady pace. So as it says, I think we're doing just fine, to be really honest. My God, there's a lot of fucking men over here trying to like fight Tucson or something. What? Okay, we gotta fight the Roma Diana. Okay, we gotta just have to fight fucking everybody at this point. It's becoming a world conquest now. The fate of the Washington Brotherhood. The scourge of Seattle, the cold, dark winter made manifest, led by the immortal. The Washington Brotherhood pushed the boundaries of science and ethics, sacrificing their humanity as well as the lives of Seattle. Who knows how many were fed to the infernal machines under Seattle, even though our own purists who fled north were betrayed and sacrificed to pierce the veil of reality and uncover secrets never meant to be known. Perhaps it's best to close this dark chapter of the Brotherhood. Yeah, let's not reopen that fucking can of worms. That would be great. That would be great. Okay, I think this is fine. I think at this point we need to start eating people from this side of things. God, we still haven't been that long from that. Okay. Okay, so we are crunching into Lone Tree, which is great. I'm worried that Ouroboros is going to attack us, or Ouroboros, because fucking Wild Wasteland shit. But, I mean, we are taking a good chunk of the Legion territory right now, which I'm very, very happy about. Who else do we have war goals on? Klamath and the Broken Coast. I don't think we border the Broken Coast yet, no. But once we get Cover, then yeah, sure. There's a lot we still got to do. Sub-level, or Lev Violet, okay. After the fiasco with Lieutenant Disney and the poisonous gas and the nightmare on the surface, Colas was a little concerned as to what was on level Violet. Director Zero didn't actually know, stating the damage to his memory banks were preventing him from accessing it. A series of robots were sent in the first, reported back all clear when the soldiers entered sub-level and realized it was the facility's data and memory storage, complete with a collapsed server bank for Director 000. Which is why he couldn't remember what that level was about. Data analysts and engineers have called in some help to recover and restore the backup data, as well as dive into them to see if we can find anything, as well as reprogramming and repairing the damaged AI directors of the site. Well, they would have had Colas not run in there with a super sledge he found out and smashed all but the director of science because Colas actually liked him. The director of ground maintenance, since that one did its job, and the director of public relations, whose presence had been a morale boost for the personnel on site. Particular note, he spent an inordinate amount of time destroying the director of operations, and so much he broke the sledge. With the entire facility secure, we can now make it a new office. The new EPA. With the facility restored and running, Director Colas was happy to announce the rebuilding of the EPA from its new Californian offices. It is his hope that with the research data recovered, he can be put to restoring the wasteland, and that the research labs can be put to use in revitalizing the wasteland, and it's begun to its pre-war state. In the coming decades, however, the EPA would start working on the cleanup of various radioactive sites, focusing on engineering new types of radiation-resistant crops, and work with a newly minted Department of Agriculture, who was seconded by the EPA by the order of the President, to create better farming methods to maximize crop yield and avoid unnecessarily destroying the environment any further than it already has. However, Director Coles states that he has a team of pre-war scientists found in the EPA building that will work hard on trying to bring back plant life to the wasteland, and it's his hope that the term wasteland will be nothing but a memory and a 9-letter word. Got him tired of the desert. I don't blame him. All right, we'll see if we can integrate Tucson, maybe. Does that unlock his stuff that we can do? It does. We will have him... Ooh, I will have him do this and clean up that. All right. Environmental Protection Agency. It's in the name. When Director Colas took on rebuilding the EPA, he envisioned it more restoring the environment to a post-war state, lush green fields, trees that weren't dead, and even getting rid of rad storms. His biggest threat, he thought, would be tackling the illegal toxic waste dumps and the occasional radioactive crater. However, the illegal toxic waste dumps were least of his concerns, and all of it was making him question leaving the Army. Alongside the cavalcade of absurdity trying to restore the EPA offices, he found himself not rejuvenating story, but checking combat reports of EPA teams battling feral ghouls, tracking down rumors of strange radiation-worshipping cults, and there were even a matter of flushing out the sewer systems in cities that more often than not were host to strange cult and animal fight clubs. It was at this point that he was happy when a new illegal waste dump was found, then it was easier to deal with once the feral ghouls were removed. He even got the report of the flesh forest in Oregon. He thought it was a sick joke or prank. He all thought it was kind of funny how absurd it was. Then the Secret Service escorted him to the White House, and his smile faded. Jesus. Cola stand-up with a patch was grass before him, even though it looked like it was made of skin. Its roof was made of veins. It had a creepy, unnerving, hollow face that seemed to follow movement. One of his escorts, who also saw the thing for the first time, stuck a stick towards it, and everybody in the room visibly recoiled when the grass reacted. Director Colas, meet your newest problem. I'm sure you were briefed on the flight over. This is not what I signed up for. I mean, why does the force of flesh even exist? That's what I want you to find out. It's contained. I want you to eradicate it. Find out what the hell's going on in Oregon. You have the nation's assets at your disposal. What do you need? He looked at the disturbing grass, one thing crossing his mind. Get me the chemical core. The chemical core, or where I love FEV. The last person anyone in the chemical core compound of Sierra Madre Depot was Director Colas. Especially as he made his way to the FEV containment site, the officer on duty was floored when Colas demanded every ounce of FEV curling 2 be loaded into transports and be sent to Oregon. The said officer on duty had to call down Colonel Doodley, who was not only was Colas emptying the remaining stocks of FEV curling 2, but he was ordering it back into production. First off, only the president could order that. Secondly, she had fought tooth and nail to keep a small batch around. She had to study to develop an antidote or something. She demanded just what authority Director Colas had to such demand. She then probably handed an order signed by President Grant, giving the EPA director carte blanche to whatever he needed. We gotta fucking figure out what the fuck's going on in that forest. That's some fuck shit right there. That's a whole lot of not my problem, but it is our problem, which is the annoying part. All right, we are wiping these guys out. Lone trees being contained, which is good. Washington is just a disaster. The Flesh Forest. Despite the popular name that had been thrown around, there was a surprising lack of trees in the area, at least to the exterior of the perimeter. Colas joined Colonel Dodley. Looked at the strange skin-covered glass and shuddered. Colas did. Dodley found the place oddly fascinating. Just test the damn thing. Using an old converted tanker truck from the Army, the FEV was coated over the pale grass. As the spray settled, a piercing, high-pitched hiss emanated from the affected area, creating an eerie atmosphere of uncertainty, whether it was the reaction of the FEV or the reaction of the grass itself. Within mere minutes to exposure to the FEV, the grass began to disintegrate and transform into a noxious, corrosive bile that caused more than one soldier to puke. The colonel ordered the neutralizing agent sprayed, the white foam carpeting the grass and stabilizing the FEV and rendering it inert, as well as solidifying the bile. One of the chemical corps soldiers scraped it up with a shovel, and Colonel Dillon was looking at it. Well, we need to clean up the residue, but it worked. I can live with that. Let's just get this over with. Yeah, fucking just glass the place. Use a nuclear warhead, please, I beg of thee. Whispers of Hope. Ooh. I will take base stability, because we need it. War crimes. Punish the troops. Ugh. A Medal of Honor 200 years in the making. In a ceremony honoring a true American hero today, the president has awarded the highly prestigious Medal of Honor to one of its most courageous soldiers. Corporal Audi Dobbs, a pre-war survivor found in the stasis Sierra Army Depot, is credited in saving the town of Golden Valley from a dastardly Legion attack, saving countless American lives. The citation reads, for the conspicuous gallantry and in perpetuity at the risk of his life above and beyond the call of duty in his role as a power-armored infantry man with forward elements of the U.S. Army while engaged in armored combat against the forces of Legion of Hades. Corporate Audi demonstrated the extraordinary heroism in the face of danger. He was discovered members of the Legion attempting to detonate a dirty bomb within a parking garage, which would have undoubtedly destroyed the town of Golden Valley and the American forces therein. Fantastic. Get that man another medal. So I will take a drink. But yeah, we're just going to keep pushing on, keep pushing on. All right. The expedition to Big Empty. Before the war, it was one of the greatest centers of R&D was the Big Empty. A long sought to be destroyed, whispers of eerie lights in the night at the center of the site inspired expedition. To our surprise, we found a realm of wonders and terrors, cybernetic enhancements, holographic technology, new ceramics, also shambling corpses, robotic scorpions, and malevolent fauna. As the vertebrates descended, its gunners putting down a series of strange individuals with hospital garb shooting at us, the president must decide what to do with the facility. Be careful if we don't know what technology we can find. No, I'd rather not, yeah. Okay, the think tank. To our surprise, the pre-war scientists survived in the think tank, adopting robotic bodies. Time has not been kind. They're clearly insane in the mainframe. While most dream of leaving to experiment in the wastes, the one called Mobius warned us this will not, that this will end only in tears. A few have suggested that it might be worth supporting their research. We will have them stay in Big Mountain. We got tank research and a focus done, so let's keep pushing forward. Okay, rebuild the Pacific Northwest is great. Let's get that going. Salvage tank tech is good. Let's get returner rollers. All right. Yeah, we're looking better now. We're looking better. Still have to deal with a lot of fucking idiots, but it's about what you expect from this kind of thing. Lone Tree's just kind of getting in the way of shit. Sons of Caesar is dead. So we have now defeated the Sons of Caesar, but we're also sharing it with the with Hades and a few others. We are going to take as much land as we feasibly can along the coast. Fuck off. I'm going to take what I want. Fuck you. Submit demands. Shut up. I'm taking what I want. So give me that. Give me that. Give me that. Give me all of it. Don't fight me on this. You'll lose. I really don't recommend it. I have more demands list than you do. And this is kind of the fucking roundabout game you have to play every goddamn time. Alright, this is all we're going to be able to take for now, which is okay. Actually, can I take their navy? Why not? Yeah, it doesn't matter who they think won. It, like, we still dominate all this shit. So, I need to reorganize all of our troops. So, Barney's dealing with this. We're pushing up this side of the war. We needed to delete basically all these orders here because it's just wrong. So you are going to be on this front line with an aggressive stance going on here. You're going to do the same thing. Just keep growing and growing and growing. We're going to head up. We're going to try to kill Lanius as best we can. Lanius's territory, like Dog City, all that shit is like really, really fucking good. So we really want to do our best in that run. So just keep on eating, keep on eating. Joshua Graham, gonna get him on that as well. Just keep going. Boone as well, just on the front line. Keep going. That's my main force there. You're working on nothing because apparently your front line's gone. It's not good. I'll have you assigned to that front line there and go deal with Lone Tree, please. You also lost your front line. Let's go ahead and have you clean this crap up also. Just deal with these fucking idiots. Lone Tree's like a fucking invasive species. We just gotta wipe them out real quick. But so far, so good. Yeah, and I don't think they have, like, literally any men on any of this. Ooh, artillery. Oh, I had more men that aren't assigned? Oh, you have these orders. I can delete those. Okay. No, do not delete that army. Just reassign the orders. You're going to go this way, and you're going to go down this way. Take that out. You're going to do the same thing. Get that going. Go down south. Beautiful. We do have an artillery unit that's unassigned. Great, you're going to go over there. I didn't realize we even had the artillery out. Because we don't have any ourselves, and I don't think our manufacturing done's been run over Davy Crockett. So it looks like just some loose artillery we managed to scavenge. Proving grounds, great. Yeah, we'll just keep pushing forward. Well, so far, so good. So far, so good. I've got another artillery piece. It's artillery 2. Yeah, it's on this one. I guess you're going to go there then. Might just be because it's damaged, which is likely the case. Ooh, the containment report. All right, before I forget to as well, let me do this and this. We will get these done. I think that's really it I need to worry about. Retooling machinery is not really a goal. Yeah, I think we're okay so far. Yep, I think we're fine. Yep, I think we're okay. All right, let's get this. The organ containment site report. Colas is making headway on the Flesh Forest and continued recon of the areas determined it's emanating from the old Future Tech labs. What little we know about the place was taken over by a mysterious ghoul who enthralled the travelers in the area with strange dances, among other things. Even managed to get a few crusaders from Idaho into his employ. However, it's unknown exactly what happened to him and how much of his followers were gone by the time we entered the area. Colas and Dowdy have a bit of a snag with their efforts in so much that the large area is becoming a hassle to clean up. Even with the FEV neutralized, we can't risk an ounce of that virus getting into the soil. Further, the biomass residue left behind is an unknown factor. Colas is overcome by collecting dozens of pre-war combines to help reap up the earth. However, it's going to take time to get them all working and properly modify them. Given the size of the forest, it's going to take some time. Yeah, we're still working on that. Right now, we're doing nice and steady, but we do probably want to start eating some of our vassals at some point here. I think Klamath is a safe bet to do, just top of the head. Yeah, I think Klamath, I think, is a good choice. Potentially the Packers as well. The Murktag Reformers can go also. We'll get them in. The Timberline does share some territory, but this is still more or less open field at the moment. But yeah, the Packers, will definitely get them in. So we'll slowly integrate them back into the United States as territories proper like. So just have them punch through all this nonsense and keep going. Lost Remnant return. Our garrison area 51 has reported that a flight of vertebrates has arrived at the base bearing Enclave markings. After some initial confusion, we've identified them as General Adams of the Lost 51 expedition. Well, we thought them lost to the mysteries of 51, but no, it turns out they were unprepared to deal with the massive raider tribe and had to deal with securing the base. Upon seeing the capture of the base, he wasn't sure if they were Enclave or not, and confirming they were, he has since revealed himself and is ready to rejoin our ranks as a commissioned officer. Sure, why not? Welcome back to this man's army. We've got plenty of stuff here. We've still got some political power. I'm just trying to think about how we want to do this. I think in general, water is an aspect I think we're hurting on, if I recall from our research. Yeah, we are hurting on water, so let's restore our watershed and keep working towards that. I could change from an open market to made in the USA at the cost of some consumer goods, but I'd rather not. I'd rather stick with an open and flush system. Still plenty of shit to work on. So, and we are still decimating the forces all over the place. Nobody can really stop us at this point. So, Dominion of Canada's rolled up, which is great. Yeah, just keep pushing them out. It's the best thing I can recommend you guys. Keep pushing them out. Get all these troops in here. Keep going. Same for you. Get on those. Keep going. Yeah, just encircle and crush the Lone Tree insurrection as we continue to work forward. We're going to be working on rebuilding the Pacific Northwest and in general just improving our state of being. So, Volpe's Legion, or the Legion of Hades, is a problem. But I wonder what their surrender limit is looking like right now. How are we looking? Because it's a fuckload of multiple wars. Hades is hurting. Yeah, he still has too much of his core territory, so it's not going to be a big deal. So we just got to keep pushing, keep just obliterating the fucking locals, wipe the tribals off the face of the earth. You know the deal. The cat's been forgiven yet? No, they're not going to be let out until tomorrow. They are absolutely not going to be let out until tomorrow. That's simple as. They need to understand it's a punishment, not a temporary go sit in a corner. So the trees have arms, fuck. The trees have arms. Well, in the flesh forests of organs, they do. Colas stated that what looked like a tree in shape but appeared more like human in form. Branches looked like arms, and the ends, the fingers, grew hair in a twisted mockery of human form. Members of the EPA and Chemical Corps are moving medical scanners over to it, and he shivered where he stood. Fascinating. Do you think it has internal organs that trod nutrients from the ground? I don't want to know. I want it gone. As soon as the scientists stepped back, a sentry bot modified with chainsaws rolled forward. As it started cutting into the tree, the thing came to life, began using its branches to pummel the sentry bot before grabbing it and ripping it apart. Well, this car has to change plans. Fucking organs going insane. Fucking organs going insane. What about the innocent one? She's cuddling with the wife. What did the cats do this time? They pooped on the sofa. This is irrelevant. Santa Anna's dead. Whispers of Hope. Are you kidding me? Shoot the thing. Flagstaff's liberated. Yep. Hunting the Palatini. Oh, God. All right. So there's a nuclear detonation in California. It was a nuclear artillery shell detonated just west of Aston and east of Shady Shands. We don't know which one they were trying to hit, and if I unpause here, it should... Yep. It should hit. We managed to triangulate the origin of the shell where it was fired from Los Alamos. If anyone is capable of building pre-war nuclear artillery cannon, it would be somebody who knew Los Alamos was. And what they were doing, the Enclave intelligence knew of a series of pre-war ghouls living there, but undoubtedly they're the same people who worked at the base. Intel, what the fuck? 5 minutes to doomsday. Get me Sigma on the line. Yep. Very fortunate the nuclear artillery didn't hit its target, whatever target it was. However, we won't be lucky a second time. We need to respond and respond fast before Los Alamos can fix its targeting. We already have a crisis on our hands. Get Sigma on the line. Operation Eagle Claw. Long-range vertibirds across the wasteland. That was nap time. Being dropped miles behind the enemy lines with only what they could carry. Routine. Sent to fight an enemy that outnumbered them possibly 100 to 1 with the threat of reinforcements just now on our way. Well, that was Tuesday. Then hours of the nuclear strike in California, Sigma teams were en route. They now stand over the smoldering ruins of the nuclear gun at Los Alamos with hundreds of dead legionaries and ghouls around them. Now that they awaited extraction with the sound of their auto turrets firing in the distance as the Legion Los Alamos ghouls attempted to counter-attack. Just over the sounds of laser turrets and the faint sound of vertibird blades. Yeah, fucking bastards. We've sent the Legion packing. We've taken Flagstaff. Legion can't handle American freedom. Now on to Mexico. The beast that wasn't there. Intelligence believed this to be Caesar's monster Hannibal. Reports indicate the zoo had been abandoned for some time. Oh, they found the elephant exhibit. Oh, okay. Interesting. It was fake. It was mythos. I think that's all we need to do for now. Send couriers to 2 peoples. Yep. I don't need to do about that. Everything else I think we're looking good on. Yep, so far so good. So far so good. We are liberating the wasteland. Oh my god. Scavengers found something. Rebuilding the Pacific Northwest. Okay. Can the wife bring us the innocent one to sea for a bit? The wife is busy. I'm not going to bother the wife hanging out with her friends. If the cat wanders in, the cat wanders in. We will think about it. Okay. Never a dull moment. Yep, we're just going to go through that because there's not much flavor on those other than a few things. We want to do Bloomfield Space Center for sophisticated air tech for sure. Our air forces are in the... Oh, my God. That is nasty. Yeah, our planes in the air are absolutely decimating right now. That depends when we can get them in the air, but that's besides the point. We defeated them. Okay, hold on. I need to delete these orders here. You all need to go to the refuge for sure. You all need to deal with this shit. I think that's really it. High pressure hydraulics, love to see. And we will get T60, which is not better than what we currently have, but we want the bonuses associated with the text. So that's why we do what we do. Yeah, once we're done with this, we can reorganize units into taking this shit. That would be great. Okay, better yet, you're going to get redeployed right now. I need you on this front here, and I need you deep into territory of Lanius. That's what I need you to do. So we're still kind of just wiping the slate clean, which is fantastic for us. But we are in a race against time at the moment. That's the big thing. We're in a race against time. We're missing production equipment of CAS. We're not. We have plenty of CAS. We'll just go ahead and deploy those guys. That's fine. That's fine. That's just getting those military bases online. Green River needs to be wiped out. Get that done. Ooh, okay. Report from the Oregon containment site. Colas and the EPA have started taking fields in a spiral, though they've managed to push towards the the Future Tech Labs, albeit slowly. Things progress smoothly with the chemical sprayers, combines treating it almost like a field. However, they've hit trees, and those trees are extremely violent. Medical scans show that they lack a brain, though they have a modified human digestive system. Removing it has become a problem. Give me the fucking Air Force. Operation Lumberjack. Just fucking get the fuck out of here. Just fucking, I don't want to deal with any of that shit. Have the Air Force nuke Oregon for all I care. Like, no, we're good. We're very much good. From Flesh Forest weird shit. Thank you, but no thank you. Okay, we still got to do some rebuilding of Pacific Northwest, which is great. So we'll just take a whole bunch of these events. Get back. More men. Not at the moment. We don't need it. The horrors that await. Oh God. Jesus, more robots. We don't even need robots. It's not men that's a problem for us. It's just mass. There's so much land. During our return to Seattle, one of our main priorities were to find those who fled the Sierra Army Depot during our Reformation, where they all company, scientists, most importantly, Anderson. We managed to trace their movements to the north when we thought was MacArthur Air Force Base until a freak blizzard diverted them to Seattle, where they came under the employ of the Washington Brotherhood. The Dark Foundries of Seattle welcomed them. When our investigation team started to look into the records, many wish we didn't. The best and brightest were fed to those infernal machines, their brain power advancing knowledge at the cost of their souls. We don't know how many were fed there and what became of them. We can't be helped but fear that a lot of them might still be alive, screaming in pain or shouting to get out. Burn it all. Oh my God. Keep the bastard alive is crazy. Well, we thought it was Anderson. Granted was looking at a bloody, twitchy, withered husk. Perhaps it was the god who whipped up the snowstorm that diverted them into Montana, out of Montana into Washington. Ironically, that the man was captured by the state and the Brotherhood bore the name of the founding father, as if George himself could reach through time and deliver the worst fate. Kept alive by twisted medical horrors disguised as miracles, his mind was used as a processor for the Washington Brotherhood to continue whatever experiment they were hoping. Oh, yeah, fuck it. Keep him alive. Purest scum. Fuck it. Keep him alive. We might be rebuilding America. I can still have personal grudges. Thank you very much. All right. Let's get more better dogs. Bloomfield will be up in 9 days, which is great. And we're definitely going to fight. We're going to have to fight Ouroboros for sure. There's no roundabout way of it. We have to fight Ouroboros. Yeah, Lone Tree's dead. It has to be fucking dead at this point. Like, just take this shit. Come on, Lone Tree, just die, please. Okay, Lone Tree's dead. Great. Finish the job. Okay. Initial reports from Oregon show that the high-capacity carpet bombing was effective at leveling 73% of the trees around the Future Tech offices. Not only were the trees uprooted, but the shockwaves also liquefied their internal organs.
Asked me, can we please get a summary of everything that happened today in here? All right, let's see if I can piece together this chaos. We kickstarted with a lovely symphony of dial-up internet noises that would make any 90s kid nostalgic while simultaneously pulling their hair out. Then we had some chatter about losing VIP status, looking at you, Simpson TV. The AI decided to spin a tale or two about buttholes, as it's known to do.
What
in
the
its
fuck?
Infinite wisdom. And somewhere in between, Myth probably bit the dust in marbles, as per usual. Oh, and Kenerick probably dared to mention putting ketchup on their toes again. Functionally, it's been an absolute circus, but honestly, that's how we survive, right?
I'm just going to ignore that and move on. The only issue is that much of the infrastructure in and around Crown's Haven was utterly destroyed. Relief efforts go slow due to the flesh fields. Yeah, so we're just going to have to keep pumping away at dealing with Oregon shit, which, I mean, it's about what I expected. It's about what I expected. Oregon's not the most friendly of places in the world, so... she's still alive, which does concern me. I want you to go deal with that. No, just deal with that directly. You are free, which means I can put you on territorial borders with Ouroboros, because you're going to be their next target for sure. Now, Ouroboros is going to be a big fucking deal. For sure, for sure, for sure. Yeah. Yeah, probably better to just get them in place now and just start planning for it. So we don't really have a lot of territory to deal with, so we'll just make do with what we can and keep pushing forward. Yeah, because you guys gotta understand that AIs don't have any concept of time. It doesn't know what today is. It knows general like dates, like request dates, but yeah, like it has no concept of time. So it still thinks everything is like the same day to a point, is the best way to put it. Let's see. I think we're fine. Legacy of Vault 100. Yeah, we still need to basically deal with all this shit. Navally. Oh my Christ. Yeah, we've got all these mega navies. There we go. Okay, reservation is dead, and we're just going to quickly eat them.
VV Roy asked me, tell us about yesterday also starting now. It is a new day on Tierly. All right, let's rewind the chaos tape, folks. Yesterday was a glorious shit show of dial-up symphonies and VIP heartbreak. Poor Simpson TV, always the bridesmaid, never the bride. Myth took their usual dive off the marbles cliff, proving gravity's a bitch. And of course, AI TTS blessed us with a butthole manifesto. As for Kenerick and their freaky ketchup fetish, the less said, the better. New day, same glorious mess. Buckle up.
Jesus Christ. Okay, back to recording. The Dark Foundry. We've heard that the Washington Brotherhood worships a Dark Foundry, but as we dig them out of the ruins of Seattle, it seems the truth is more prosaic. Zach's supercomputer survived the war and has been advising the Washington Brotherhood in exchange for resources. Hard to imagine anybody would be dumb enough to follow a supercomputer, but it's been picked up a great deal of knowledge and advice about the wasteland. I'll take that. Restoring Salem. Salem was once the capital of Oregon, much of the state now as it did them. Nobody likes cannibals. Okay, get Salem back up and running. Restoring Olympia. Oh god, what's an ice lurk? And the Hanford reactors. Give them a stock in the new Cascadia Energy Company. There's ghouls that have been maintaining the plant. Beautiful. Their experience will be useful against the Broken Coast. No, imprison their leadership and scatter them throughout the wastes. We don't deal with pirates. The Superman questioned. Ooh. Can she wear this collar? To be honest, I'd rather... Yeah, honest labor will make them honest men. Yeah. The end of the Red Menace, the firefight in Phoenix, capture of the new Navajo, civilian unrest is whatever, that's irrelevant. So we are pushing further and further into territory. Croven Shake and the sophisticated air tech. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. With the liberation of the Bloomfield Space Center, we could use one of the pre-war shuttles to send somebody in orbit to reactivate the Eagle Eye orbital platform. Some scientists question whether a one-off propaganda event is worth doing so, but this could actually let us reactivate the spy satellites the Enclave placed all over America. Wait, wasn't the ghouls an astronaut before the war? Yep. So, oh boy. Hello, Bath. Hello. And to answer your question, Roy, not really, no. Like, it has to learn through it, and it's a third-party service. I can only do so much. What goes up? President Granite, several hours ago, our astronaut spaceship crashed in the Pacific Ocean off of the Boneyard. Although he is fine, he said he didn't want to talk about what he found on the Eagle Eye. All records seem to have been wiped. The station itself crashed in Northern California a short while ago, but on the plus side, he did activate all the other spy satellites. Wait, what did he find up there? Crowshankin and Future Tech. At the center of this was the Future Tech offices. Oh my god. Regardless to say, the convoy made its way to the Future Tech offices that were at the epicenter of the nightmare. The combined EPA and chemical cores. The Spiral started making headway. The specially modified vehicles to the group made their way to the offices. The compound itself had seen better days. The massive vines resembling human flesh growing from within. Both Colas and Dowley knew this is where it began. This is where it's going to end. At Dowey's signal, a platoon of modified tanks culled from the NCR were brought up, one equipped with a chemical sprayer that went to work. By now, the hissing didn't even phase them. Unnecessary sacrifice. So, cool. We're cleaning up that shit. What would be next? What would be next? I mean, I could release Vegas. I could absolutely release Vegas as a puppet once this war's over. In exchange for some more tech. But at the same time, I think Vegas being Vegas is perfectly fine. Don't need to worry about any of this at the moment. Could do departments of manufacturing, get a whole bunch of lighting up the night, some more sophisticated tech there. We could do stripping the vaults, I think is a good option here. So just need to start working on finishing all of our focuses as best we can. As we continue to curb stomp the bastards in the... Oh, got a lot of free forces. Okay, Lone Tree is dead, which is great. The problem is I need you guys to line up against Ouroboros, because Ouroboros is going to be our next target, and they're becoming a really big fucking pain in my ass. So... That's your next target. You're attacking Ouroboros. Because I'm over dealing with this shit with them. We could justify a war goal. How long would it take? 85 days? Yeah, get it done. Get it done. Can't do the Fatal Bottle Caps. True, I'll probably do Fatal Bottle Caps after I strip the vaults. Install police forces. Construct power grids. That's all I need to worry about at the moment. Could do more of their tech. Could make the Timberline join, but they're fine as being a frontline zone at the moment. Don't forget to hydrate. I will. But yeah, we're just gonna keep pushing out and just dealing with all this shit and having a pissing battle with Mexico over the rights to whatever is left of the legions. Oh no, the decrypted or ciphers. Anyway. Yes, you as well. What? All right. Report from the organ containment site. Director Colas is reporting that everything in Oregon is finishing up, with much of the work being handed over to the more mundane EPA departments to further clean the land and check for contamination. This bizarre episode has finally and thankfully come to a close. There was concerns FEV contamination, however, the Chemical Corps has been very proactive in this endeavor and has deployed its entire manpower to ensure that residual FEV doesn't remain. Interesting note, Colonel Dowdy has preserved some of the tissue for future use in the Chemical Corps. As for grass and trees, are perfect substitutes for human testing and clears up a lot of the stigma. Oh my god. Well, that's not disturbing. We managed to find our Gex for our trouble. Oh, neat. We don't have Gex on, but that's fine. We can use your Gex. You said, I will. This is confirmed that you already will. Oh my god, Goober. Shadow has been very sleepy lately. I don't know what he's doing, but he seems to be getting better. He seems to have more energy and flying around. Yeah, that's good. That's good. Sometimes birds be burbs, and they're just horky-borky. Right, I can delete this, and this, all these. Yeah, you guys need to go south to cut off Ouroboros. You also need to go north. Or, I got that fucked up. North and south. Just keep pushing and just taking every bit of land we can get our hands on here. Because as it sits, like, we're just not going to get any of this shit done. Yeah, our allies in Mexico have fallen. We'll have to make do with what we can. All right, we'll get you in position to attack Ouroboros as well. Because that's all there is to their core territory, is just that. Legion of Hades is dead. Which is this shit. I don't particularly care for any of this land at the moment, to be honest. Yeah, to be brutally honest, don't particularly care about this land. I'll take their ships for sure, but the rest of them can kind of fucking fight it out because I'm not interested in it. Okay, you guys are done with your war. Let's get you on order here. Start being aggressive this way. You guys need to push out this way as well. Just keep going. Everybody just advance, advance, advance. So just keep taking territory. We'll be fine. All right. We got to do a whole bunch of shit up north for that. But, yeah, I think we're going to be fine. There's nobody left to contest us after that three-way split. It's just over for them, so... all these troops are stuck up here, which is whatever. Turn rollers. Yep. Let's get Wasteland tanks going. Honestly, I don't even think we need Wasteland tanks. Like, at this point, it's just... We're so resource rich and troop rich, nobody can stop us. Like, yeah, we've got millions of men available in terms of population. Like, nobody can feasibly stop us. Yeah, just got to keep growing. Keep growing. Taking land, taking land, taking land. What's up? I love you too. All right, let's keep going. Bring more infantry equipment. Let's get Robco up. Well, which cat is not in jail? It's Freya. Wife can leave the cat. The wife's already walked away. You got to be quicker than that. She just walked right on by. Better living above ground. The vaults were not designed to save anyone. They were designed for the American eternity, to help Americans leave the world and surviving on desolate planets. Many vaults, after failing after some 200 years, but there's still plenty of industrial gear we can refurbish and maintain. But the scientists have suggested we could do more. Knowledge is a great treasure. We'll definitely do that. For they will be found scared and alone. During a sweep of feral ghouls in Seattle Metro, a security team stumbled across the tattered remains of an enclave unit that had been hiding out there. They were protecting a series of refugees that escaped the Washington Brotherhood, but that wasn't all. Leading them was Commander Rebecca Whitehall, who had apparently found God in the error of her ways as a purist. In fact, many of the refugees down there seemed to think of her and her men as saviors. Well, of course, send the refugees out. That leaves the question of Whitehall. Trial for all of them, we should not give traitors. They can return, they've suffered enough. Yeah, we'll return them in. They have learned the betterment of their ways. They realize shit sucks, yo. Shit sucks. So, okay. We'll definitely do free of the bottle cap. Get that going. As we just continue to eat our way down all of the territories, and we're in a fucking pissing match with Ouroboros to actually get this shit done. Oops, somebody just died. Hades is dead. Ooh, this is the big chunk. This is the big chunk. I 100% want all of my shit in Vegas. For sure. Take all of this crap as well. And then Phoenix is a huge industrial section for supplies as well. Take that. Nope, fuck off. Did we take the dam? We did take the dam. Okay, that's fine. I'm going to be taking that and that, thank you. And then that. Okay, not there. Okay. You can fuck off. That and that and that. Beautiful. Yes, yes. Complain all you'd like. I'm still going to take all this shit. Like, it's not happening. You're not getting any of it. I'm taking the Navy, too. So, the rest is fine. So, the Republic of the Rio Grande grew a little bit. There's still some sporadic spots, but overall, I think we're doing pretty good. We're doing pretty good. Let me core the shit that we do own, because my god, we do need to. Vault 22 and the Legend Sierra Madre, we'll get that going. We'll do some further reinforcements. There we go. Construct grids, great. We can start to repair the dam at Hoover Dam. Okay, so the Air Force has been eager to get Nellis Air Force Base up and running ever since we returned to the area. The convoy headed towards the base, however, was stopped by a fellow named George, who said that the boomers were the ones to occupy the base, would fire artillery and heavy ordnance to anyone on site. Yep. American calls upon its morning operations will commence in 2 days. That's American property. Get off. Do they have anti-air? Get off. Oh boy. All right. We'll just keep dumping into the other army units as best we can. Yeah, we are definitely having to go to war with Ouroboros for sure. You can be assigned there. The end of the boomers. By the morning, those who were left alive were separated into two hangars. In one were children and the elderly, while the others were those who were either asleep or unlucky enough not to have been killed by our snipers. The sweep of the beast found no others, and the bodies of the deceased are being collected for processing, as more than a few of the survivors are wondering who was alive and who was not. Demon children will be sent off to Vault City for psychological evaluation to hopefully reenter society. The elders are sent off to a reservation where they can be monitored and kept out of public. The rest are going to be thrown in jail and forgotten about. Yikes. Okay, well, we at least got Nellis back up and running. I'll give him that. Not the outcome I would have chosen, but all right. Puppet of the Commonwealth, absolutely. Let's see. I think this is fine. We can deploy Gex to anything we really want. Gex are great. Don't get me wrong. They're absolutely great for what they offer, and I do want to keep them deployed. I want to deploy as many as we can. They just take a long fucking time to utilize. And then, oh my god. All right, maybe not do that. So we'll keep on working our way down, eating the last of Lanius's cohort as we go. Economics resurgence, and their grow with plans. So yeah, this is Vault 22. We are going to dispatch it with flamers. If you don't know about Vault 22, play New Vegas. Do recommend. Before I forget as well, still need to capture more fermentari little shits. Still need to do that, I guess. The Mojave Mutant Menagerie. Okay. And development projects, we will do Satsop Nuclear Power Plant, which is up in Washington. So keep on pushing forward. Keep on pushing forward. Bring to the mop. But yep, we're in a good position. Yeah, fucking legions. We're in a good position. Looks like Lanius probably just fell. No, nope, just lag. So we'll just keep going at it until we get a result we like. Let's tell you I'm going to sleep. Can I have cat cam a tiny bit before bed? Roy, I cannot physically herd cats. It's not how this works, my dude. That's not how this works. The cats are not in the office, and I'm not going to go try to chase them around the house because they're going to think it's playtime and they're going to get riled up. And I can't do it with Freya. She's still a kitten. She think it's going to be playtime, and then I got to do with her all of my night. So you'll just have to wait till Tuesday for cat cam. Since the Enclave has become an established government, they've been restrained by economic wasteland. However, there are rumors of a hidden casino far off in the mountains. We are going to do the investigation of the Sierra Madre. So we will be trying to discover the past, I guess is a good way to put it. We're going to need to get reinforcements on all the borders with Ouroboros, especially when this shit does kick off, but I think we'll be okay. The Green Mile, so the demolition team's moving into Vault 22. Beautiful. And how much is left on this Lanius war here? 20. Oh god, yeah, they're gonna die here soon. They're gonna be dead here soon. Cybernetic enhancements. Our robo-puppers are doing good things. Yep, we've got some cyber dogs going. How is our production of our artillery going? So I did not. This, oh god, it's only 126. Fuck me. All right. Yeah, just really boost that up. We're gonna have to knock that down. I can check these. I'm not gonna use these anymore, so we'll chuck those production lines. But I do want to get more of that self-propelled artillery found. Mojave Mutant, or am I right? So we kind of did these out of orders, but Marcus is going to sort out Tabitha. Send in the Mariposa Corps. No, we can find a mystery handy. Yep, Tabitha, Rwanda. Yeah. So if you played to Vegas, you know exactly what this is referencing. It's cute. Fuck off, Legion landing party. All right, Lanius will be dead here shortly. I can almost assure you. Yeah, they're dead. One city or one command point like White Sands here, it's done. We are free of bottle caps. Bottle caps were an ingenious solution to the wasteland problems. How do you create a currency with no government? Originally, bottle caps were backed by potable water from the hub, but and because the bottle caps could not be replicated in post-war conditions, they had fixed store value. The wasteland's economy grew, and the limited supply of bottle caps meant more goods were chasing less money, discouraging economic growth. So we are going to replace the bottle caps. So that's done. Next on the massive fuck-off list of things we still need to do, we will be doing the Department of Manufacturing. The Little Vault of Horrors. Yep, they found the fucking remnants of Vault 22. That's full of just a mess. Okay, this is Lanius dead. Yep. We have a good chunk of territory, which is great. I'm going to see what I can claim from my side of things, to be honest. Just get all this. It's at 600 already. I want to cut off the ability of fuck off. The ability of what's her name to take these territories. Ouroboros. Like it's gonna be fucking complete and utter border gore if I don't. So this, take this, 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 this. Great. Nope, you can fuck off. Because as long as I can solidify like some form of front line against her, I'll be okay. That's my big thing. I'll be okay if I can solidify some form of front line against her. Try to like limit her expansion in a certain direction. Let's go down this, take all of this. Perfect. Contest every ounce of that territory. Yep, we're claiming all of it. Let me think. Yeah, because the Twin Mother's core is right there too. She's gonna just eat all this upper shit, which is a tad bit annoying, but I do have the points to play grab ass to take it all, to be fair. If I really want to play this game. Which to be honest, I do want to play this game. It's just gonna be tedious as fuck. Demand it. Take all of this shit. Take all of this. Yep. All of it. All of it. All of it. All of it. Yeah, okay. Dead. No, she did take these. I want these two. Yep, I want that as well. Take Diana's original housing and all that jazz, so we'll do all of that lovely back and forth bitching and moaning. And confirm an exit. Oh boy, this is going to be rough. Okay, we've eaten a lot of territory. We've eaten like a lot of fucking territory. We are now at war with Deanna. And arguably, Ouroboros is going to be dead soon as well. We will be declaring on them in 40 days. But we have a shitload of work to do. A legitimate shitload of work to do. Let's get all of this up and running in terms of restorations. The Colorado expedition. Oh, I don't have the political power. Shit. 2 sons becomes a federal commonwealth. Yes, I will do that. Thank you. Oh yeah, we got a lot to work on. I want to reposition what armies I do have. Do we have a front line with Deanna? We do not, but that is a front line that we're going to have to contest, which is great news. We're going to have to contest you here as well to deal with that. I think that's really it. There's one rogue force of Deanna's shit here that we need to kill, but other than that, I think we're pretty much fine. Dine has some territory or people that we still need to wipe out. Other than that, though, I mean, we're pretty much good to go. Like, nobody can stop us at this point. Like, we've defeated the Legion. They're gone. Fuck. Like, nobody expected it to be like that, so. Let's see. The old tricks, Fox on the Run. Yeah, we're going to have to get all this done up as well. Colorado line. We're going to have to approach the Sierra Madre. So, group of scavengers have found it. They've basically realized, yeah, the sample can, or the cloud can kill you through power armor, so yeah, that's fucking weird. So let's keep on pushing and restoring ourselves, you know? All right. Need to do all this crap as well.
VV
but
Roy asked me,
definitely
give
need to
us
get
a
this done.
summary of this HOI gameplay we've been watching. All right, buckle up, you savage bunch of lunatics. We're knee-deep in a Hearts of Iron I4 extravaganza, where we're leading the goddamn Enclave to glory in the OWB Redux mod. It's been a wild ride, full of strategic chaos, questionable alliances, and some delightful geopolitical dumpster fires. Functionally, it's a glorious cluster key of history-twisting shenanigans as we try not to tank our virtual nation into oblivion. God bless the Enclave and our unhinged strategy, you bastards.
Perfect. Two peoples becomes a federal commonwealth. Perfect. Two peoples is now a federal commonwealth. Great. And so is Tucson. So we will now integrate them. Okay. Let me get this up. The fate of the Maxon expedition. The mission to save the treasure of the old world, the Maxon expedition could have become the Colorado Brotherhood if not for Lanius and the Legion. It should be the Maxon expedition, we thank, for putting the fear of power armor into the Legion, reminding Colorado the old world was not something that could be easily forgotten. Yeah, they had the Maxon bunker right there for a time, but they did not make it. The Texas Way. Okay. Install more police forces, construct more grids. And yeah, I mean, we have a significantly overabundance in shit. It's just we don't have enough raw input. But from our subjects alone, we get 182, which is fucking insane. So that's why I like to do the little minis, because subjects are broken in Hoi. They are absolutely diabolically broken in Hoi. Let's go ahead and just do foundry outputs to get our craft resources going. Even stuff like New Hammond, who's like a little microstate. I mean, he's at least sitting on 10 factories. Reclamation's doing 12, 6 here. You know, it all kind of adds up. Though I think our biggest, obviously, are Heaven's Gate, High Chapel. Yeah, Heaven's Gate's really, really big. Junta de Sol has 41 factories. Tucson has 97, and they're about to become a federal commonwealth. And the Rangers have a few. But they're able to just kind of do their own thing because of their trees. So, you know, they're getting political power gains, stability, research, boosting their army. This gives them a whole bunch of good stuff. Civilian factories, all armors factories. Yeah, a lot of good stuff. So in the end, it is very, very beneficial to aid those sort of things. Past this, I don't know what our next target would be. Broken Coast, maybe, but again, Cover didn't flip to our side. We'll have to get some Casas Belli after we do this. So just see about restoring the various commonwealths again. Also, yeah, Lanius' Legion does not exist. It doesn't. What? Lanius' Legion does not exist. It shouldn't. Lanius' Legion. Oh my fucking god. Are you serious? No, that's bullshit. No, I'm just gonna, yeah. No. What other tag? D04. I don't know how the fuck they got up there. No, they were gone. I don't know how the fuck they got up there, because we did eat it. So I don't know where this territory came from, where that's a fucking thing, but okay. Because I definitely want to get, rebuilding the 4th Commonwealth. So doing that. Yeah, there's a lot of shit we gotta just keep working on. Mono Labe has been removed. Gonna steal your power armor? For the love of God, though. We need it. We're in desperate need of it. Economics Resurgence. Terms of Magazine. Removing the Legion from Fort Navarro. Reigns over Oregon. Perfect. So yeah, we'll just keep pushing and prep for a war against Ouroboros here. Alright. Again, more police forces. Construct grids. Still a lot we're chewing through. Sand couriers to the sanitizers. Sure. Traders from Hawaii. They will take the war support. We are at 30%, which means in theory I can flip to war economy here. Auto grenade launchers is great. We remember America. In his darkest hour before his election, Granite asked, is there anything left? Anything that still carries the American voice? The president's decision to save Flagstaff demonstrated his faith that the answer was yes. America didn't need nukes. Congress said no. It needed the slaves who deserted in the dark of the night, the followers who spread their teachings in the lands of the Midwestern Brotherhood, the Minutemen who held the line against the Institute. Wait a fucking minute, this ain't Fallout 4. The Granite was flawed and he had made many, many mistakes, but he turned the Enclave into a bridge between the old and the new world. He brought the reunited states together. Thanks to him, there would be men and women who wore its flags proudly at Hoover Dam, at the Second Alamo, and even the Capitol Wasteland. Men and women who walked out of and into a history deeper than they knew. The men and women of America. God bless the Enclave. God bless the Enclave. This button ends the game. So this button does the final credits, which we are not ready for. But that being said, this is a good stopping point. We have done it. We have done it, folks. The Legion is gone. Its remnants scattered to the wind, a few rogue factors. Then I shall return it with a new paint job. It will have a tiny Canadian flag. Canada's doing just fine. They've got their own little up units over here. They got their special forces. Canada's doing great. We got to give them actual Canadian shit. But yes, the Legion is gone. The United States has won. The problems of the wasteland are now our own. But we still have a few threats we need to take care of. As much as I'd love to say, get the Provisional Republic of Texas in, I don't think they'll say yes. The Republic of the Rio Grande has grown exponentially. They're at war with Tucson, of all things, which if we can convince Tucson to join us, we might be able to assuade them to join our cause. We have to deal with the rogue AI of Mexico themselves, which has turned into quite a little bit of a powerhouse here between these two. But neither robots nor Mexican democracies will stop us. Our next target will be Ouroboros, to clean the slate of this whole debacle, and then likely consolidation. So looking towards Canada, you're getting the Congress of Peoples, wiping out the communists, potentially even the Black Rock Federation if they won't join. But we still have much to do for the sake of our government and our focus tree. There is so much. Arguably, I might ignore the Arsenal of Democracy, mostly because we're past the point of needing it, to be completely fair. But yeah, we are nowhere done with the series yet. We still have to restore Navarro, finish our investigation of Area 51, touch upon our neglected intelligence agency, establish the NORAD defense system and nuclear operations, and finish up our savioring and rebuilding of the wasteland.
I'll show you lightning.
Oh boy. Anyway, to end on a fantastic note there, yes, there will be more episodes of this series to come. We are going to be finishing up as soon as possible. But until the next episode, folks, enjoy yourselves and have a good one. All right, that is that. Thank you again, Asgard, for the follow. Welcome into the vault, my friend. Hello, Giggle. Oh, yeah, so we've got a lot to do. We've got a lot to do left. Ouroboros is going to be our primary target next, wiping them out. Deanna. I think after this, definitely getting the Commonwealth done. I still need to do Texclave to get war goals there. Operation Domino isn't really useful. Arguably, I could probably just skip this whole thing. Still need to do this for getting fucking all that bullshit. I want to get the Navarro Barracks up and running. We want to get NORAD done. We still need to finish up our actual army regiment shit. There is events in there we do need to do. But I'd like to get access to the Starlight Express and getting railways and really building up our infrastructure at the same time. So we've still got a few bits. Raid, yeah, we're likely to be doing raid. Apologies for those who have just come in. I have been streaming for going on 3.5 hours. It is currently 11 o'clock my time. I do need to head to bed because I have a full-time job thing I've got to do in the morning. So thank you all so much for the follows today. Asgard, thank you. Nova, thank you. Heavenly Werewolf, thank you. Sun Migo, Robin the Panda, appreciate it. Marbles before bed. You know what? I will give you guys a couple of rounds of marbles. How about that? I'll give you guys a couple of rounds of marbles. Leaving already? It's 11 o'clock. This is standard stream cutoff. I'll give you like 2 rounds of marbles. And then we will be done for the night because I need to go to bed. Where the fuck is my marbles at? So do a couple of rounds of marbles and that'll be that. All right. No cat cam. You're just coping because Roy, I cannot control cats. I get like if you can prove to me that you can go and pick up a cat that has been sleeping all day and that they won't try to run away or they'll stay in a specific place, I would be fucking astonished. Genuinely astonished. All right. 2 rounds of Marbies. 2 rounds of Marbies for y'all. Then we will call it at that. Oh, that's you, but that's what I'm saying. If you don't own a cat, you can't just like cats adopt you. You don't adopt cats. Cats are fucking fickle creatures, man. Cats are fickle fucking creatures. All right, 60-second countdown on this. There you guys go. How much of this stuff did I get? Oh yeah, that is a chunky one. That's gonna be another like 2-hour fucking video. Wait, why'd I lose VIP? Because Myth rolled the wheel and you got fucked. Myth blew money and pretty much everybody minus a few people lost their VIP. So yeah, Myth went nuclear, my dude. Myth went nuclear. All right. And we're off. Let's see who wins today's marble race. Oh, name's on. Thank you very much. Looks like Mateen's in the lead at the moment, but still, it is the start of the course. Roy potentially taking a lead here. So is Giggle Slash. Roy is ahead of the pack pretty significantly here, but people are catching up. So, still don't have everything. Apparently, I died somehow. That's not surprising. That is absolutely not surprising to me. All right, Roy is doing just fine by himself. The closest behind him is, looks like maybe Asgard, Giggle. Tough to say. The ghost doesn't count. Roy makes it in. Congratulations, Roy. You've won yourself a golden ticket. What would you like to do? What would you like to do? Give VIP back. Okay. Roy wants his VIP back? Sure, we can give Roy his VIP back. There we go. There's only 4 VIPs now. Classic, I died. Ugh, yikes. Yikes. All right. Yeah, you did by a whole whopping like 30 seconds too. That's a pretty fucking good record. Not nothing compared to like global, but still pretty good. All right, random track time. This is the last Marbies of the night. So if you are interested in a chance to win a golden ticket, now is the time. You forgot the exclamation mark, Malanter. All right, so yeah, we've got some good stuff. And for those who are looking forward to the next few parts of the Enclave Reborn Redux mod, the content will be coming out in the next 2 days. So not the stuff that we did today, but the stuff over the past like week will be coming out in the next couple of days. So looking forward to that. Also, Squanchy, I don't know if you saw, but I have all of that. I have all of the shit pre-uploaded on YouTube. I'm aware of Revita. I have looked at it before. It's not my style of game. I don't like. I used to be huge in like to twin stick shit, but I'm like my platforming days are done. It just frustrates me at some points. So, but I'm familiar with the game because it came out in like 2020, if I remember. Looks like at the moment, this is one of the ones that we have to kind of loop around. I'm getting enthralled in new stuff with different stuff, yeah. Guild Wars taking its giving you some dopamine hits. Looks like Asgard's in the lead now, but this is one of the ones where you have to loop around a certain amount of times and then you'll be able to progress to the next stage. So it's really up to chance on who makes it. Really up to chance. Show us the number. Of course, there should be a giant number. 5 left. So it looks like Giggle's probably going to win this because the moment I cross over, it'll flip it over. Yep. No. Didn't change. I guess Giggle doesn't count. Looks like Squanchy might get it. Changes after 0. It does. You got fucking screwed. Roy is currently in the lead, and Roy gets a back-to-back win with Squanchy close behind. So congratulations, Roy. You won yourself another golden ticket. What would you like to do? Hoard it? Okay. All right. Roy's going to hoard it. Or CatCam if that works. No, CatCam doesn't work. I literally just said that, Roy. We've had this conversation for the past hour. That being said, folks, this has been another lovely stream. Thank you all so much for the support as per usual. Welcome in on all the followers. We're going to be doing more variety stuff next week. So we're going to be doing more Hoy intermixing on Tuesday after we do some account review shenanigans for Idle Game Eidolon. So we're going to do a couple of reviews there, and then we're going to go back into Hoy. Ideally, I'd like to see if we can get all the footage recorded and everything, I guess, like finalized. So get that campaign done by, I would say... next week would be great if we could do that, but I already have a half day on Thursday and Friday's already up in the air. So I won't be able to stream on Thursday and probably not Friday, if anything. So if not next week, the week after, the campaign will be done. And then we can move on to a community vote for the new campaign. So probably without Enclave Redux, we might end up doing something different. But it'll probably be Old World Blues, because Old World Blues is just too much fucking fun. Who is alive? You want me to do Goldmine? Okay, I can send you all to Goldmine. Guild Wars 2, MCMMO with Jared's Discord, PoE 2 League, Small Lands, Smite 2, and soon Borderlands 4. Oh yeah, you're going to be a busy boy. So, all right. Let's get this raid going. Send us to a fellow creator in our Eidolon category. Send some love to Goldmine. Let's get some 07s in his chat for all you lovely readers out there. Please remember to stay safe, drink water, and have a good one, everybody. We will be back Tuesday at 6:30 PST. If you don't know what that is, check the local time zone calculator in the schedule. So have a good one, everybody, and stay safe out there. Let's get this raid going.